And we'll start with a little recap. I mean, last time you fought the toxic snot horror, which is a scary, scary beast, giggling in your heads the entire time, but with a very clutch stone wall from Vita and a rust cloud was able to beat it down heavily enough so that when it finally did break through the wall, you all, well, somewhat close, maybe a couple of dyings from Felix and John. You were able to end it by Felix running up as it was slowly moving, as it was on its last breath, throwing a red candy, a shrinking candy, into its mouth, and then John, like a pitcher in baseball, slamming it against the wall. So, you all, just to kind of recap the very end, after you all killed the toxic snot horror, you are free to do whatever you want with it. Two of you drank from the healing well, so that's all used up. And Felix spent 10 minutes doing a treat wounds on himself. And that is kind of where we're out right initially, right after everything. You all are free to do whatever you want. I know you all talked about resting, but if there's anything you would all want to do before that or to set up for it, let me know.
Hey, I gotta talk to you guys about something.
Okay.
During that fight, I went down a lot, and I'm just thinking that, uh, well, I'm pretty strong. I can take a hit. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you guys go down a little bit easier than I do. So I just think that, in times like these, it'd be a lot better for you guys to have as many spells as possible, to defend yourselves with. So I want you to have my healing potions so you're not wasting them on healing spells. All right?
Thank
After
you.
a fight, during a fight, just give them to me. I don't care. I don't need them. I'm all right. I trust you guys to bring me back up, but you guys are going to need them a lot more than I am.
I feel like you should keep them for me because I haven't even used one yet. And you go down way more than me anyway, so you should be using them yourself.
No, dude, you really need these. All right? I cannot have these on me. Because if I go down and they're just on me, you're going to have to run over and search for them.
I have at least 5 or more on me.
Okay, well
maybe
I have 12, so take some more.
What happens if you get really injured and then you're not downed, but then you don't have any healing potions, and then we have to waste our turns going over to you and healing you?
What do you mean turns? What is turns?
Well, we always take turns when we fight people.
I guess that's true. We do, don't we? It's a good point, but this is kind of non-negotiable, so I really need you to take these off me.
What is
Or else
the
or else I
underlying
think something bad might happen.
meaning of this? What is? I'm leaving you. I'm not leave with one. Keep one then. Why not?
I can't. I
Why
don't
can't
trust
you?
myself with these. You need to take these
Something
off
has
me.
happened.
Why can't you trust yourself with them? They're just healing potions.
It's just I don't think that I'm as reliable as I think I am. So I just think
So
that
then
it'd
you
be
would
better for
need
you to
more
have the
healing potions.
No, I need you guys to administer me the healing potions. I can't. If I go down, I go down. I deserve to go down because I'm not strong enough.
I'm not
So
doing
just
this.
administer me the potions.
What?
Okay, well I'm not taking any. You can't make me. Give them all to Felix then.
Right,
I'm not being
Felix,
part of
take
whatever this is.
Oh, okay.
I give Felix all my healing potions.
What?
If I go down, just throw them on me or whatever. You guys have played Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
You can throw a healing potion and it heals someone.
I haven't.
Just throw that at me. I can't be the one to drink it. It doesn't feel right.
Can
It'd
I
be
do
better
like
if it
a
was in
check
your
or
hands.
something? Why is he doing this?
Give me a perception check.
It's making it so much fucking harder for us. Okay, perception. Alright, whatever. 21.
Could I also this?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a perception check.
Guy who just went down a bunch saying, hey, actually take all my healing potions.
I don't want them anymore.
I'll say. Let me think of something here. I'll say, Vita, for you, John just seems to be fucking weird. You know, John has had a weird relationship with fucking magic things in the past, and so who knows what's happening here. But Felix, John is going a little too hard into this, and it seems like when he says he needs to, he means he needs to. Otherwise, he feels incredibly compelled to. You don't know why, though.
You've been possessed
You don't
by
take these off me.
something?
All right. Okay, I'll take them.
Okay, then you get 5 moderate healing potions, Felix. I'll give those to you.
Hold on. Oh, thank you.
I've given 2, and then you also get 1 greater healing potion.
Okay.
Yippee!
Did he ingest any of this snot monster? What is happening?
Oh, thank God.
You're
All right.
free of the healing potions.
Oof. That could have been bad. Thank you, guys.
Could have
Thank
been
you, Felix.
Bad
You're
in what
welcome.
way?
I'm not going to get stronger if I'm relying on these things. I don't care if you administer
Oh
them
my
to me at that point
God.
as first aid, but if I drink them myself, then it feels like cheating.
I'm just not going to give you potions if you're going to make my life harder in a fight because you don't want to drink them.
It won't be harder. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. We'll see when somebody's on the ground. Who's going to help? That's a Felix job.
Yep.
You know, you guys got to look out for yourselves, all right? I won't be there to
Okay.
help you every time, and, you know,
Let's leave.
I'm willing to take
Okay.
an arrow for you guys, but
Let's
Alright,
move.
yep,
or
yep,
actually,
yep.
let's rest, Felix. We're going to rest, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Before-
rest.
Yeah.
Steven,
Yeah, what's up?
I want to look for the safest place we could set up the tent.
Oh. Give me survival. Ain't no nature here.
Mhm.
Oh
my God, Hatsune Miku.
Christ.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Jennifer
You-
Coolidge meeting Hatsune Miku.
you get that
Cool.
this in this cave system, because of this toxic snot horror being around here, this place was pretty cleared out. No one liked to be around here, so you find a place decently near kind of where it was feasting before, that's kind of in like a corner, right, kind of a nook that kind of bends, so it's pretty, you'll be able to hear things very far away, but also see quite a distance away, and you can quickly turn around a corner quickly if you all needed to run away from something. So you find a pretty decently safe space to set up your tent.
Gotcha. All right, we're good to go. We should still do watches and stuff, but
I'll take first watch.
all right.
And I will say,
right.
just mechanically to remind you all, taking a rest for the night does not fully heal you. Like, it doesn't go max HP all the way. It's like 6 times your Constitution modifier or something like that, I think is how much you heal. I'm pretty sure of that. It's like you'll all heal like 20-ish points. So if there's something you want to do in terms of healing beforehand, like with treat wounds and stuff,
Yeah, can I treat
it
wounds
could be
on
good
myself?
to do. Go for it. You begin patching
Me
yourself
too.
up.
If
Oh, fuck.
Vita, you should just let me do it.
Or you do it. Somebody.
Somebody, please.
I need to add the action.
Treat wounds.
Let me put it in the chat. Oh my god, here we are. 3 wounds. Hopefully you have access to that.
Game Master.
Yeah, I do.
Master of Games. What is that Wii plugged into, bro?
It's just plugged into this monitor that's right here. Brutal.
7
Oh,
points.
Brutal.
can you try again?
Do you actually injure
I'm
him?
gonna use a hero point on that one. That pisses me off.
Understandable.
Like that. This is an ego hero point. I'm not even gonna pretend.
I got it.
You all get one every hour.
I don't like
There
hero
you go.
points. I love
Okay.
them.
And that's a critical
for me, right?
success, baby.
That's for you. Yes.
Yep. Heal up.
Gloop.
Heal up,
Gulp.
boy. Alright.
Way better.
Awesome. Then, you all set up your tent. Easy enough. It's a nice tent. It's been kind of chilly and cold and damp down here. You all get in the tent. It's nice temperature controlled. And since we're playing a little bit more freaking time sensitive wise, I'll say it'll take you all 12 hours to rest just because you each need 8 hours. You got 3 people. So that's 4 hours of watch each. So John, you're going first. I'll say, is there anything particular you would like to do on your watch while the other two sleep away?
Clean out my helmet since it's covered in vomit. Just with like mix it with some of like my water rash and some of the alcohol and just kind of rub that down.
Mm-hmm. You see little flecks of black goo that are still almost like moving a little bit as you wipe it away, but you quickly squish them and they no longer move. Very gross looking for sure.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting. Sorry.
You give me a D12. You don't want a 12.
I'm gonna get a 12, guys.
12.
2.
2. Nothing ever happens. We're
I
fine.
can't do anything right.
I will
I
say.
can't do anything wrong.
I'll say who's next, Felix or Vita.
You got a cat out your head.
I'll do it.
He flies around like that.
Are you flying? Felix, is there anything in particular you want to do on your watch?
Let me get rid of that.
I guess.
I can restore all my spells, right?
Not just yet.
I'd like to just. I don't know. If I need to
Someone
make
might
any
roll a
small
12.
repairs to my clothes
Okay.
because of the fight, I would.
Oh,
but
yeah.
otherwise, I would just keep a watch out.
Awesome. You know, little puncture wounds get stitched up. Roll a 12 or a D12 for me. You don't want to roll a 12.
I don't want to roll a 12.
But you're
That's
not in
well
control of that. Hey, another 2.
2.
Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever
Whoa.
happens.
2 twos.
We love it.
2 2.
Nothing is eventful on your watch. You do hear what almost sounds like water rushing off in the distance back where you came for a little bit. And then like 5 minutes, and then it's done. So who knows what that was. And then, Vita, it is your turn for
Don't
watch.
fuck it up, purple boy.
Come on, is there
going
anything in
to
particular you want to do?
try and use my Zelgrader's check
Mm-hmm.
to remember as much as I can of what little we have left of the path between here and the orb,
Absolutely.
just so we don't get snot monstered again. Maybe we can be a little better prepared if some shit's up there.
Give it to me. Nice. You're thinking about it, and you're pondering as you're sitting, Vita. And I will say you, and Vita actually, yeah, because you got your 8 hours. You can hit the rest button. Because you've got 8
Yay.
hours of sleep, so you can click the rest button.
Can I change my spells if I get jumped right now?
Yes, yeah, I'll say we're
If
a
not, I'll
little
do it
loose.
later.
We're a little loosey goosey. You can do it later. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like we're
Okay.
very. Don't worry, I won't throw another toxic snot horror at you.
Alright.
But you all, you're pondering, and you realize something in the moment when you all were, considering in that cross intersection where you all needed to go. You thought, oh, I have to go down the toxic snot horrors pathway. in order to get to where the eye is. But you now realize you all could have gone just straight. Now that you're a little bit more familiar and you have some more time to think about it,
I'm
unfortunately.
not going to tell anybody that, though.
Nope.
Fine.
But you're considering it, and I'll say because of your role, you know, there's like 4 to 6 more checks, like that distance, to get
Okay.
to where you remember. You do remember there was a small, like the tunnel kind of narrowed almost, and got super thin. Like right now, these are like 20 feet, 15 feet wide
Yeah.
caves. It gets to the point where it's only like 3 to 4 feet wide, and then like as tall as like a person. You kind of almost have to bend over a little bit. And then you remember there was a room with a little pedestal with a little white glowing orb on top, like a baseball. So you're only about 4 to 6 more checks away from that.
Okay.
I'll say as you're sitting there, you hear or you feel kind of crawling off of your hat and then onto your shoulder. You feel Ori kind of move around, and you hear Ori say, "Master Vita, I know that you. I normally speak only when spoken to, but I had something I wanted to ask you, if that's okay."
What could it be, Ori?
Weird. This
What
is
could it
weird.
possibly be?
Oh, I was just wondering why are we down here? I mean, of course I'll follow all your commands because I'll scout
have to.
ahead, and I have to like you just said. But
Yeah.
this place is terrifying. I mean, there's things not just monsters, but things from feels like almost other realms here, like completely antithetical to like the deities themselves. And I mean, that last fight you saw that thing. It was frightening. Like, are we just here? Like, why are we here?
Well, we're exploring. First of all, you are a talking piece of origami that was given life by lava, and you also can't die. I feel like that's pretty antithetical to normal life. So maybe you might want to do some reflection before you judge.
I mean, the
But
deities did that, though.
okay, well,
I don't know if the deities
it's still kind of crazy.
did this.
I don't know either. We're gonna find out. We know that in
If the
here's
TV's into it, then what did?
is probably the yeah. Watch your tongue, by the way, or you don't say shit like that. But um, if we go in here, we're gonna find some answers to some big questions. Ones that you're having, ones that we're having. Also, if there's just an open, is this you or is this Kahar asking me? You know, Kahar can ask me
I
himself.
this is me. I'm my own being. I mean,
All right.
I have my own
Okay.
thoughts.
You
I
don't
mean,
know.
do you want Kahar to talk to you?
No. Yeah, so
Okay.
we're just gonna, if there's like a rift down here or like a opening to beyond the barrier that I got sucked into or whatever, I feel like that's pretty worth us all discovering. I mean, we're trying to find where these stones are coming from and yada yada.
Well, I'm worried you might. What if you get sucked in again?
I just feel like the odds of it happening twice is gotta be so low. There's probably no way. Because now we know what'll happen, so why would we do it again?
You see,
And I got out last time.
Ori nods its head and says, "You're right. You're right. I just wanted to make sure that we had a goal down here, because if we just come down here and we're just dying, that's really scary."
No, Ori, no, no. No one's dying. We killed the snot monster.
You're right.
I've
You're
already
right.
been down here earlier in my life, and I didn't have any magical powers, and I made it all the way to the Shining Orb room. And now there's 3 of us, all with wondrous abilities. I'm sure we can go down there, see what this light's all about, close it up maybe, or leave. Who knows?
You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Well, Thank you, Master Vita. You see it kind of crawls up onto your hat again. Your watch,
My guy.
your watch, that's my boy. Your watch is almost finishing, Vita. But before you give me a D12, Felix, I want you to give me a dream roll for me.
Wow. 1D100. Good.
Hey, what's the
Yeah,
answer to
perfect.
life? Hey.
Perfect number.
Wow.
Felix, you're sleeping in your tent, and you feel like something almost brushes against your foot. What do? You're kind of in this half sleepy state.
I sit up to look at it, thinking it is an evil critter.
Understandable. You sit up. Two things happen at once. First, you once again feel like you're in. You, you feel like you're in this other space. The air is a little too still. You can sense that something's off. You are not back. You are not just in the material world again, just like when you have previously entered this space before in your dreams. That's not really a word for it, because it's obviously things are happening in real life in these spaces. So that it feels like that as you sit up. It's kind of this weird resistance as you sit up. The second thing is you see what was brushing through your foot was a ghostly figure of a person wearing these leather robes, but they're almost entirely translucent, maybe like 10% opacity, right? Like super transparent. And you see that it just brushed past your foot. Its foot went through your foot and has just it's walking through the tent. Like there's the tent above you, right? But it's walking through, so you can only see the bottom half, and it seems to just walk out. And in the moment you see that there's another kind of just ghostly figure just slowly walking, kind of half and half, like they've split entirely by the entrance to the tent, right? They're kind of walking perpendicular or parallel to the entrance of the tent, but it's only like half and half. But they don't appear to be like attacking you. But just in this moment, you see this very strange sight.
Are they like tall? So I can only see their legs in the tent.
No, they're human sized, and so as the one that's kind of brushing by, you can just see their face, and they look to be, their eyes are there. They're not like gaunt or hollow or anything. It looks like a person, just kind of with this like blue tint to them, but they appear to just be looking down at like a 45-degree angle, mouth open a little bit, and are just kind of slowly swaying as they're walking across your vision.
I would like to get out of the tent and look around.
Awesome.
Peek out of the tent.
You slowly get up, and as you're getting up, you see, this person that was kind of walking by. You instinctively try and like get out of their way, but for a moment they just kind of push past you, and you can just feel it go through your hand. It's this weird tingling feeling. But you try to push out of the tent, and once again your hand just kind of goes through it yourself, and you walk through the tent. And you can see that the hallway around you is entirely filled with these ghostly figures. They're kind of just walking around. You can see Vita off to the side on his watch. Vita, just for your reference, you do not see Felix.
There's a shitload of people down here.
They are all walking through, and they're all walking one direction. They're actually all walking the direction away from where you all are heading. And they all have this look to them where they're all just looking down, and they're kind of just mouth just slightly agape, not like like ghost, like massive mouth, but just they're just slack jawed as they're just slowly shifting and just walking along.
So they're going back the way we came, away from where we're going. And they're all heading there, right? Like there's no ambiguity about it.
As you begin to kind of look around, you're trying to find anyone who's going against the grain. You do see a couple, actually, that are going against the grain. But as they're walking by, they kind of walk through the other people. But it seems like a vast majority are walking the other way.
Okay. I feel it makes sense to assume that whatever we are going towards is fucked up and bad. And I don't see why it would be less fucked up and bad in this weird state of being. So I would like to follow the majority of people and try to figure out why they're all going in this one direction. And while I'm doing that, I would like to try to, and this will be difficult, remain undetected to any malevolent ghosts, I guess, that would be trying to snatch my soul or something
Yeah, sure.
while I'm
I mean,
doing this.
give me a stealth check for me.
Oh, yes.
They seem to pay you no mind as you continue to move, but there may be other creatures afoot.
Oh, yeah. 28.
You continue to walk along, and you are ensuring that even in this weird space, you look down at your own hand, and you are almost translucent like them. A little bit more so. Well, they are more translucent. You are more opaque to them. But as you begin, walking along this path, kind of moving through these people, you can hear some of them actually start talking to one another. They seem to be chatting about something as they're continuing to walk, but they are speaking in a very guttural throat language. They appear to be speaking Alkasan to one another as they continue moving along. How long would you go for, I'll say?
15 minutes.
Okay. I'll say because of your stealth check, at some point you are moving along for 15 minutes and you see there is you see a creature of some sort, and you try and stay out of its line of sight, but the creature seems to be paying no mind. You can see this creature almost appears to be kind of this like 3 foot tall, 7 foot long green lizard like monster, but instead of having like eyes and a nose and a face, its face is just a circle of teeth, as it appears to have no eyes or anything. It's kind of just be moving around, and it seems to be going based off of sound and everything, but it seems to pay no mind.
Lamprey.
It seems to pay no mind at all to any of the ghosts around. And if you're willing to experiment a little bit, I'll say that I'll give it to you for free, that you were to try and do anything to get its attention. It doesn't seem to get its attention at all. It seems to be entirely unfazed by your presence.
Cool. So still, I'm curious, but I don't want to go too far away, because that's dumb. Alright, it was 15 minutes is honestly pretty far. So, I'm just gonna head back.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I'll say on your way back, you notice that of all the people, right, they're all of different ages. Some are older, some are younger. Some appear to be, children, very young children, but are similarly walking. You see, as you're walking back, kind of against the grain, you see this one child appears to be, like a 5-year-old, like halfling girl. So like even much shorter than a normal 5-year-old,
Very
like
tiny.
maybe 2 feet tall. She kind of seems to be walking along, and she looks up at you. And she squints, and this whole time you've been hearing Alkasan around you, just whispers of it. You look up, and in kind of almost this echoing voice, she looks up at you, and she says, "You're new."
Oh. Hold on, what language are we speaking? We're speaking
Just
Taldane?
straight up common now.
Oh.
She's
Yeah, I am.
speaking
I
to you
didn't.
common.
How do you know how to speak common? I thought everyone here spoke
She,
not
she
that.
she looks around. She says, "Yeah, everyone here speaks weird, but I'm glad that
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't speak weird. Do you know where my mommy is?"
Oh man. No, I don't, unfortunately. Um, how old are you?
She kind of squints her head and she says, and she looks at her hands and she does this with her hands. And so you presume that she's 2,000 days old, which is around 5 years old.
Gotcha. What's your name? I
Uh,
will like kneel down.
She says, "I'm Jala. What's your name?"
My name is Felix. It's nice to meet you, Jala.
No.
What?
Wait. When did you come up with that name?
A few days ago. What?
Okay, never mind.
Doesn't matter.
We were
man.
just talking about this
Fucking
video he
change
made
the
him.
channel. I know you're watching. Change the
It's-
channel.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. We were just talking about a video that LaFleur made in middle school called Jala Hats like 2 days ago, and we
That's
have not talked about
crazy.
that for years.
That's
Years
crazy.
and years.
That's crazy. It's
Jala.
Yeah.
for some weird way of
All the
like, no,
aliens
that was fully
Yeah.
by myself, just writing in a Google Doc.
Okay,
Anyway,
that
that's
was
crazy.
shocking.
That's very
Sorry.
funny.
But she says, "How did you get here?"
Well, sometimes when I go to sleep, I end up in places like this.
She kind of furrows her brow. She says, "I haven't been able to sleep in such a long time."
I bet.
How do you
What's
do
your
it?
mom's name? What's your mom's name?
My mom's name. Fucking didn't write that down. Let me consult the list of random fucking names I got.
Yo, consult the scripture.
My mom's name is Melora.
Laura, that's very nice. Do what? Jala, do you remember what happened before? Did you wake up here? Is that why you're?
She kind of nods her head and she says, "Yeah, Mommy was crying, and she told me to play with my toys, and I was trying, but it was really scary. The ground was shaking. It was shaking more than it normally does. And suddenly there was a flash of light, and I was here, and I haven't been able to see Mommy since. It's been a long time since then."
Yeah, I bet it has. So, okay, Steven,
Yeah, what's up?
she is speaking
Common.
like the modern version, not any older version. Nothing to indicate. She's not speaking in like our version of Middle English or whatever, right?
She is speaking as if she is from the eras, like from the deity
Okay.
era. From what you understand, there is kind of Alkasan, which is before the deities. Then there's kind of like this older Middle English, like what you saw in the Fables book, where that kind of appears to be like before the eras, and then there's Common, which is the eras. You would pick up on that. So she appears to
Gotcha,
be
okay.
from the eras.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a bunch more questions now. Is that okay? Just to try to figure out, what's going on.
She kind of just
So-
nods.
Where did you and your mom live? Do you remember that? Did she ever tell you where you guys lived?
We lived on our farm.
Where was that? Was it near anything?
She says, "Well, we grew fruit."
Okay.
And she seems to be like looking up, and she almost like puts a finger on like her cheek as she's thinking. She says, "Well, we grew fruit, and my dad had to climb a bunch of big trees in order to get that fruit. And so we had a bunch of big trees on our farm, but they told me never to go outside of the farm, even though they did sometimes. They went to the city. I don't know what that was called, but we lived on our farm, and there was a bunch of big gnarly trees around.
Okay. Can I try to intuit where this is? Would this be in the jungle?
It's got to be in the jungle somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Do you? And it's okay if you don't get this. If you don't know this, do you remember what day it was when you last saw your mom? When she told you to go play toys when she was all sad.
She says, "Oh, it was a big number. I can't remember, but all I remember is I remember my dad and my mom talking, and they were saying it might be the end of an era.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
had never experienced it before, and they said it was really scary, and that's why my mom was crying."
Yeah, they can't. Yeah. Okay. End of an era. I'm not gonna ask this little ghost girl to try to name one of the. I'm not gonna ask her to do that. It'd probably be really bad.
Listen.
Oh!
Explosion.
Okay. Well. Man, what the fuck do I do? Okay. While Felix is actively thinking that and
Yep.
at a bit of a loss for words as this ghost girl looks up at him. Um, what do so all the people, the majority of people are going the same direction away from where we are heading in real life.
Yep.
And they all look normal, but just kind of like not hypnotized, but just not fully conscious because they're just kind of mouths are open and they're just kind of shuffling forward, right?
They look tired. They look
Tired.
like people who can't fall asleep, and they have
Gotcha.
nothing better to do. I'll say, just kind of glancing at them. And
What
I'll
about-
say, yeah, you go.
Do the people going the opposite way look any different in their how they hold themselves? Or is it the same demeanor going back that way?
Same demeanor. I'll say that no role necessary. That it seems to just be a majority of people are kind of traveling down away from where you all are at.
Okay. Well, Jala, I haven't been here really very long. I think you've been here longer than I have. Have you tried to get out of these caves?
He says, "Yeah, when I first was here, I would run all around, and it's like a maze, and it seems like there's some really big rooms and really tight rooms." She kind of looks back at where you were heading, where everybody else is not heading, and she says, "I tried going up because it looks like we're like in a cave. So I tried going up, and that's that way, but you keep going that way, and you can't go up anymore. At some point, it just stops. So
Huh.
I haven't tried going all the way down yet. I tried it a little bit, but I thought to myself, my mommy always said that if I just stay in place, so I haven't tried to move too far from where I originally started."
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. When you're lost, you don't want to move around too much. One second.
She says,
Okay.
"Were you trying to do the same thing? It looks like you were going up."
Well, my friends and I were looking for something down here. And then once we find that, we're gonna leave. So,
She kind of squints her eyes. She says, "Your friends, where are they?" And I'll say, "Felix, you can see kind of near, like 100 feet away at the end of this cave, is the tent and everything."
okay, well now before I show this ghost where my friends are, can
Sure.
I try to tell, cuz like I have No, I've seen other children. Um, I'd like to double check to make sure that this isn't some malevolent force trying to play a trick on me.
Sure thing.
I don't know much about ghosts, but
Give me either occultism. Give me occultism. I'll use my tool, dude.
dude, use that tool.
Tool.
Fuck yes. Tool used. Roll that shit. Uh-oh. Success.
You
Wow, look at
succeed.
that.
She just seems
Crazy what a
confused.
plus 14 does.
Yeah, she is. She seems quite confused at you
Okay.
saying there's other people. You know, she seems confused as to why you're here, basically. And so you saying that you have friends confuses her even more. But she doesn't appear to be malevolent at all.
Okay. Well, Jala, can I see Vita out on his watch? I know it's dark, but I can see.
I will say that Vita's probably on the other side of the tent. You may be
Right.
able to, but you'd have to get closer.
All right, Jala. So my friends don't really know that I can do this, right? So you have to be quiet, okay? But I'll show you one of my friends. He should be sitting just outside our tent. And I would like to lead her back. I'll be like, as we get close, I'm just like, all right, stay quiet. And I'll like go point at Vita so she can see him.
You all begin to approach, and I'll say you're a good 30 feet away. You can easily see the tent. And she looks at you and she says, "Why did we stop?" And she looks in the area and she doesn't seem to be looking at anything.
We didn't stop. I'm still Can you see me?
She says, "I can see you, but where's your friends? You say they're right up there?"
Yeah. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna go stand right next to my friend. And I'm gonna wave at you. And then I'm gonna come back. Because I think something weird is going on. So tell me if you see me standing next to somebody, okay?
She kind of looks confused. She says, "Okay."
Okay, cool. I'll go stand. Hold on, wait, I need to do some interiority 1 second. Because before Felix was like, this is a dream, because this is fucking crazy, this would be happening. Yeah, I was like, he's thinking, man, this is a fucked up dream. Yeah, I'll go stand closer to Vita,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll look back at Jala, and I'll just kind of like point down at him. I'm not gonna be like right next to him.
Yeah, but she looks confused.
And I'll walk back over. And I was like, did you see anybody there?
She nodded. She said, "I don't see anybody. It's just a cave."
You don't see a tent either?
She shakes her head.
But you can see me. That is strange. Okay, Steven, I'm gonna ask to make another recall knowledge check.
Sure.
I want to be able... Oh, well, what if her mom's ghost is down here? Is there... Okay, why... This is different. This is not what I initially wanted to do. Is there anything that I could possibly know, like why a ghost couldn't see something?
Give me
What on earth could this be? What on Sumia could this be?
either a nature check. I'm not going to use the tool for this just because there's two different roles here. Give me either a nature check or a religion check.
I'm gonna make it a nature check. Bam. Almost. 26.
You're clicking some things together, Felix.
Uh-huh.
You know, this has felt like a dream. This feels like way too crazy to be real. But you've also seen things that have happened real, you know, that have happened actually really in the world, like the dragon dying. And you all know that, you know, you all have seen Felix. You know, the rest of them have seen you in this weird space before, like it really happened. but now they seem to not be able to. And I'll say what you can gather is some things are clicking in terms of you are in a strange space. And the word that kind of clicks into your mind is it almost appears like you are ethereal in nature. It seems like you are here, but you're not really here. You're in a different, almost plane entirely, realm entirely. And things click for you. It seems like from things that you've read, you know that the ethereal realm is a kind of a realm that overlaps with the realm that you all are in. And because of that, you are able to, you know that things that are invisible, for instance, you can see them in the ethereal realm. It's something that you've seen in your studies. And so because of that, you know that you're invisible. It seems like everything else is invisible. It seems like something's weird happening with, like, from everything you know about ghosts, the ethereal realm is not where ghosts live. Like, ghosts are in the real world, but sometimes they can be invisible. So maybe there's some weird connection there. But what I'll say is the fact that you're invisible, what you realize in this moment is that this is very much real. This is not a dream. And you are actually in this space, and you are really talking to these people, but you're not talking to them in the material realm. You're talking to them in the ethereal realm. And that is why no one can see you. And you're able to pass through things.
All right. Well, Jala, I don't really know why you can't see my friends, even though I can see them. So, I'll be honest, I think there's only so much I can do to help you when I'm here with you. And I think if you want me to help you, and I would like to help you, I'll have to go back to where I came from to be able to help you the most. I can do more there.
She's kind of nodding along, and she says, "Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I've met some other people that can talk like I do, and they've said that they've helped look for my mom. So, as long as you can do that, just if you ever find her, just bring her back to me."
Yeah, totally.
And she says, "If you keep heading that way," and she kind of gestures towards up. I don't think you're gonna find the exit, but if you do, can you please let as many of us know? I'm sure word will spread. Even though I can't understand them, sometimes I've been able to communicate things with them, and they understand what I'm saying. So, somewhat. So if you can tell people how to get out of here, I'm sure I'll hear it at some point, and maybe that's where my mom is.
Yeah, maybe she's waiting for you at the exit.
She kind of nods, and she says, "Well, thank you, Felix." Yeah.
Of course. Last thing, Jala.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? And this is me trying to push the limit of how aware she is that she's a ghost.
Sure.
Do you know if there's anything really special to you that's down here in the caves, or is it just you? I'm asking to see if there's something her spirit has attached to, because I want to try to remove her from here and find a way to do a ritual or something to put her soul to rest.
She says, "I don't know if it's special, but I always feel like I'm not really here. I feel like I'm somewhere else."
Mm-hmm.
But she looks around. She says, "I can't seem to get out of here. But it doesn't pain me, or it doesn't hurt me too much, because I think to myself that I'm somewhere else, and this is just a dream."
Yeah. I think this is a dream too. Well, if you can see me when I go back to where I come from, it looks When I say that, I mean I can't normally see you and all these other, you know, these weird people. But if you can see me, then just follow me, okay? Even if I don't respond to the things you say, I will still want you to follow me, all right?
She nods and she says, "Okay, okay, okay, I'll try."
Good. Okay, I have to go now. You've been brave so far, so just keep it up, okay? We'll find your mom soon.
She nods and she waves as she kind of stays a good distance away from you. And I'll say, how do you try to wake up?
I will start where I'll just sit back down. So the only differing part of me is my torso, but my legs are just kind of. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Oh man. And then I will just kind of lay back down until I'm on top of where I'm supposed to be in my body. And I'll just close my eyes and think, I am asleep and I need to wake up the way you would in a dream. Just kind of mentally grab onto it and then just you wake up.
Absolutely. I will say that you all awake. John, Felix, you can hit the rest buttons. Feel free to set some spells for you.
Oh, yeah.
Vita, you ring the alarm or whatever. No, you don't ring an alarm, but you open up the tent and you can see Felix and John are slowly waking up in the tent, and you all are free to do your daily preparations.
Oh, I had the craziest dream last night. I dreamt I met a little girl in this cave system. It was crazy.
That is pretty nuts.
I look over at Vita.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I go, where are we going next?
The same way we've been going. It's a tunnel.
All right.
Awesome.
Just
Makes
up
it
there.
easy.
Also, hold on, while I'm getting spells ready.
Go ahead and change spells. You spell
Turns
boys.
out you can't put higher spells at lower spell slots like I wanted to. So.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Do we have food? Do we keep track
Paralyze
of food?
and blindness
Rations.
or stay in there?
You all got food. I
We
ain't
do
worried
got
too much about food.
Okay.
I ain't worried too much about it.
I ain't worried about all that. Alright. Right. Okay, I think I'm good.
Yeah. If any, and I'll say, for this session, I'll say it's not entirely. I'm not going to be holding you too much to it. If there's something that you wish would have been there, can absolutely do it. But just to move along, you can take a look for it. But while we're moving along, so you all continue along your way, and because of the toxic snot horror being here, you do not have to roll for 2 of your next rolls. So I would like a D12 once again.
I can do it.
A 9 or higher is a little spooky. Hey, twos continue to go.
Two.
You continue along your way, and because of the area where you could see that the toxic snot horror had been, just because there was various areas of snot that you wanted to, that you had to go around. Right.
Sorry.
What's up? You go for it.
Its lair, does it have any cool shit, or is it just like an annoying ass monster that ate people?
It seemed to not have a central lair. I'll say that in terms of if you wanted to get anything off the body at any point, you absolutely could, like a tooth or some venom or something. But,
fuck no.
But you all can continue along your way. And I'll say, as you all are continuing, Vita, on your shoulder, you hear Ori kind of climbs down. It seems a little bit more chipper than usual in this place, and says, "Hey, Master Vita, yeah, when I was talking with Kahar last night, He said he checked around the area, and yeah, he said that there's this big space where there's just where there's no lava around. It seems like it had been filled up by something, which we can only think is the Titan, but there was no lava that was naturally created here. So the fact that you all saw lava, that must have been created by something that wasn't Kahar.
Good to know. Why are you so happy about that?
Well, I'm not happy about that. I'm just happy that,
Oh.
well, and kind of looks at you and says, well, I'm just happy that we have a goal, and then climbs back up onto your hat.
Thing. The same goal for the last month. All right.
All right, man.
You all continue along your way. You're out of the snot area, so it's much clearer. Something that you welcome much more. Give me another D12, somebody, please.
Whose turn is it?
You,
I don't know.
Go
Me.
for
you
it,
just
Felix.
do him, you, me.
Go for it. Hey, not 9 or higher. Not 9 or higher. Close as could be. Close as could be.
Despite everything, nothing ever happens.
Give me another roll, Vita.
12.
Oh.
Oh.
0 point.
You could if you wanted. Hey, 2.
Two.
We're back to 2.
We're back to 2.
We're back
Let's
to 2.
go.
All right. You
Very
all
funny hero point.
continue along your way through these 2 passages. You do see that they're kind of some wider areas. You get across another one of these kind of bridges that are just in a giant, just kind of crack in the stone, just kind of like you had experienced in the last trip to Malzadek's study. Excuse me. And so because of that, that's probably the most interesting thing that you find. You do notice that the tunnel is getting skinnier and skinnier. I'm going to need one more roll from you, John. You're the next one to roll.
I'm not even worried about it.
May or may not be the final one. There we go.
Like,
Continue on your way, and the tunnel continues to curve. It seems much more straighter than the last time. You can see Vita, Y, Zell, just as you didn't have a lot of choices to make. Basically, it seems like there wasn't a lot of splitting paths on this direction for whatever reason. And you continue along your way, and the tunnel, which was 15, 20 feet wide, begins to get skinnier and skinnier to the point where you all have to begin walking single file. I'll say, what's the order that you all take?
I'll go first
yeah.
with a torch.
Hell yeah.
Or some
Oh,
light
right,
source.
the light rock. We got the light
A
rock.
light rock.
Me in the back.
Light rock. Okay.
Actually, wait, Vita, be in the middle. So if something
Me in the
attacks us
middle.
from behind,
Me in the middle.
I'll be
You
in
can
the back.
continue on the way, John. You're taking the lead on this. I'll say you continue along to the point where the ceilings were, 10 feet tall. They start to get lower, 8 feet tall. Now they're 6 feet tall. And it gets to the point where now it's like 5 feet tall, and you all have to kind of hunch over a little bit, and it's getting even skinnier. It's getting to this point where it's like only like 5 feet by 5 feet, these kind of tunnels, and you all are kind of ducking down, crawling through these areas.
Jesus.
And you continue along your way. John, you're the first to hear it, just because you're in the front. You begin to hear crackling up ahead, almost like a slight hum, just ever-present hum, but like a little sound every few seconds or so. But it's up ahead. This path seems to wind a little bit, so you haven't seen anything yet.
Can you make the noise again? I had to respond to a text from my mom.
Yeah, there's like a humming sound, just ever-present humming that John hears, but then also a little like a static sound that appears to be
sucks.
happening every few seconds or so.
Man,
I go.
I'm not
Do you
first.
guys hear that?
You all train your ears and you can hear
Yeah,
it.
we hear that.
Yeah, I can
I'm
See
gonna
what
go
it
up
is?
ahead. I'm gonna go see what it is. You stay here.
You stay, I go. Okay.
Go on then.
And
I keep crawling ahead.
I'll say that
Clang, clang,
as
clang.
well. Vita, you do not remember this sound from. You know that you're close. You know you're desperately close to where this
The sound
eye
is new.
Sound.
The
What?
sound is new, but you
sound
know
is
you're
new.
close to the eye.
Yeah, I just heard it. Yeah, of course.
No,
Okay.
whatever. Go ahead, John.
Okay.
I,
Being purposefully obtuse.
I don't think so.
This guy's being obtuse. You continue along, John. And I'll say as you get closer and closer, you can hear this sound is getting louder and louder. And I'll say it gets to a point where it kind of, this tunnel, right? 5x5 tunnel, you kind of crouch down. It obviously curves, but you can see in something that you can't see just yet, but light is being cast by it. You can see this glowing kind of white light that kind of flickers every time, and you can hear, or you can see the light flickers brighter every time you hear a sound from the electricity. It appears like whatever is making this sound is just around the corner, but you look back and you do not see your compatriots. Do you go back and tell them, or do you continue forth?
I continue forth.
Oh
We
yeah,
also have a cloth to douse to cover the light, by the way. We would have done that.
Smart.
Like we did when we started.
makes sense.
Sure.
You continue along, John, and I'll say you turn around the corner, and what you see is something that was described to you by Felix a little while ago, yesterday, in fact, in the world of Sumia. What you see before you as this tunnel kind of goes, and then it opens up into this room that's maybe like only 10 feet by 10 feet. But you can see a mass, a swirling mass of what appears to be like almost like these strings that are like an inch thick, but they appear to be whirling around and kind of striking out, almost like snakes that are striking out, but just from the central mass of swirling string, they're just flinging out and then being retracted back in. And you can see every time it kind of flings out, there's just this spark of white lightning that sparks within it, and that's what these sounds that you're hearing before. But it's this spinning, kind of this ball of this string that is glowing, this white light that is emanating across the wall. I will send you, I'll send everybody in the art channel because I was feeling a little fun. I
Bro, he made art.
opened up my
Art brother.
I opened up my Blender skills, actually. The
Yeah.
animating
Blender.
software of Blender. Haven't used that in genuinely years. But what you see is what was seen
Another
before.
VG Man classic.
Oh, so this is the Banishing Eye.
It's a banishing eye.
You see this swirling ball of almost like this string. I should have added sound. But you can see a swirling ball of string that is just constantly pulsating out. And every single time one of these strings go out, there is an arc of lightning. And I'll say, John, the last thing that you see, the last thing I'll describe, is you can see something's behind it. You can see something's behind it. You can't
Someone's
tell
behind
what.
it.
You cannot see
Can I
what.
make a
but
perception check in any capacity to get a better glimpse? Or
I'll do it. Freaking give me this. I put it in the chat.
whoa,
The tool.
Using tools.
Uh-oh.
You're not able to tell. You know something's behind it, but you can't see just quite what it is. It's something as large as this thing. And again, this is like 10 feet tall. Appears to be a swirling mass of some sort. It's filling quite a bit of this room. Not all of it, but a good amount of it.
Okay.
I'm going to crawl back to the group
Mm-hmm.
and go, Felix, it's that giant floating mass of white hair that spews lightning every couple of seconds. And there's a guy in there and he's really tall. I don't know who it is.
Oh, the giant mass of white hair that shoots lightning. Wait, I'm familiar. Sorry.
It's this giant white thing, and it's just floating there, and it's spewing lightning every couple of
That's not
seconds.
right. That wasn't here last time.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right, hold on.
So who put it there?
We're gonna
What
take
is
a second
that?
for we're gonna take a second for this one, John. All right, Vita. So if John said he saw something that wasn't there last time, what do you think has happened in the however many years since you disappeared?
Well,
What
I
do you
would
think that means?
someone would have put something there, but that's impossible because we're in the Titan, where no one could do that unless they were incredibly powerful, dangerous.
So who have we met in the past 3 days?
Well, you would think it's him,
Stop beating around the bush. There's
No.
but he had the other one, and it's all gated out and everything. This one's just out in the open. I feel like he would have locked them both up at least.
Maybe he can't get down here. That other one was pretty much
Probably
a lot easier to get to.
I'll say, all of you give me a d20 check. Okay. Now I'm gonna add assign a
Yes,
skill
big dog.
to it. All right. And one a 19 or higher. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
okay.
You want to what?
Okay.
Oh damn.
So,
Oh.
Oh damn.
damn.
Oh.
Felix, John,
letting it
you're
roll.
considering this.
Letting it
Vita,
roll.
as soon as you say the words, well, this is the second one, you think to yourself, suddenly, freaking like that gif of the guy with the math all around him. Right? Suddenly, Vita, you stop yourself, and you think spatially. Okay, I was back at the mouth. I remember all the trajectory that we went with Melchizedek's lair, or his lair, I guess, and all of his. And this path that you're going on as Zell, right? You're continuing along. You've navigated to the same point. There may not be a second eye. There may be only one eye.
Oh. So hold on before we. So are you saying we are coming from the other side?
What I'm saying is that Felix,
That'd be really funny.
what Felix saw was, within Melchizedek's study,
Yeah.
you saw Guppy, the giant dog,
Yes.
Oh,
things.
Guppy.
And Felix saw a long tunnel that led to, at the very end, like 100 feet away from Felix's
Led
perspective
to
at the time,
something like this.
was something that looked exactly like this.
And so
And
you're
you-
saying we're probably coming from the other side.
You're coming from a different point of view, yeah, of the same thing.
Well,
Okay. So Snot Monster was unnecessary for one, but I'll ignore that.
what?
I guess we would have had to go through Guppy or Snot Monster. So I'm just mapping out in my head here. This is actually the same thing that you saw. We're just coming out from the other side. So the dog thing and his lair and everything, it's like
Are you
past.
fucking kidding me?
We were there and we went all the way
What?
around, and then now we're here.
All right. all right. Sure.
You know what? It was a bonding experience. All right, we bonded.
There's no way we could have known there was only.
Yeah.
There's no way we could have known.
No way.
There's two. Very few things have
Two of
only
everything.
one eye. Very few
Yeah.
things have only one eye. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not. It's not on us. That one.
So, okay. Now hold on, Steven, before
We're
we
all
do
like
this.
fucking crouched over right now, like on our
You
knees,
just-
huddled
Yeah.
over, talking. It's really fucking funny.
So okay, so banishing eye. That was something that was in the text that we read from the fucking school, right? The journal. That was the thing that was found. The like phrase or something that Zell became obsessed with, right? Or is that different?
Zell became obsessed with the idea of a banishing eye, and he connected it to a Titan.
But we don't know. We know it's called the Banishing Eye because we saw your video. We're players, but I guess we don't know this is the Banishing Eye, right? As characters.
From this point, because you've made this connection, Vita, you can assume that this is the banishing eye. Now, maybe is it replaced by something? Maybe, because this is not what you remember, and this is what you
That's
remember.
what I'm just saying. Yeah.
You remember
There's a
grabbing.
disconnect.
You remember grabbing, and you were banished, right? So because of that, probably not to touch this at minimum, right?
And I remember like a white orb, but it wasn't like this, right?
You haven't seen it yet, So maybe it's a
Okay,
similar
maybe.
white, you don't know, but it is certainly. You remember a
take a peek?
baseball side orb. You could.
Let me take a peek. Just to, this is totally completely different than what I've seen before.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You continue
takes a
along
peek.
your way. I'll say you see something very similar. I'd like you to make a will save for me, Vita.
Easy.
Dude.
Oh no.
Hey,
Top
it
to
ha-
body.
I'll say you all are following along, and you see Vita turn the corner. I don't know if you all have seen it or not,
Oh man.
but you see Vita turn the corner, take a peek, right? Maybe a good 5-10 feet away from you all. And Vita, you just go slack jaw.
I know
Eyes
this thing you're
just
talking
looking at, and just shoulder down. And you see Vita just slowly begin to start taking steps towards the eye.
I grab him.
Someone help me.
Yep, absolutely. You can absolutely grab him. I'll say, give me an athletics check. I'm gonna use my tool. I think you can make this. Give me an athletics check. This is just it's not to see if you can grab him.
I think
It's to see how
you can make
quick,
this.
to see how quickly you grab him. He's a good 30 feet away. I want to make it clear that he is not near this thing yet, but I just want to see how quickly do you grab him.
Okay.
I'll just
Roll the
say
nine, so I succeed.
DC was 30, so you
Oh
barely
my
succeeded
God.
on that.
yeah,
Oh.
bitch.
You, John, in fact, because I'll say, because you just hit it right onto the head, why not? John, you see Vita begins just walking. You grab onto Vita's, the back of his cloak, and you stop him, and he's continuing to try to move forward, and you are stopping him in place.
Yeah.
I'll say, Vita, for the moment, we'll get to what you see in a moment. But Vita, you're continuing to go forward. You're trying. John, you're stopping him, and you see that Vita was moments away from stepping on what appears to be just a rune or a circular kind of inscribed in the ground, this red glowing rune that appears to be some kind of arcane trap. You're not entirely sure. You could, if you wanted to roll an Arcana check, I don't know if John would even know, but you just see that there is a very obvious rune on the ground that Vita almost stepped on, but you were able to stop him from stepping on it.
Good. Okay. Is he still trying to move forward, slack-jawed, just
Yes.
towards the...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Felix and go, what the fuck is wrong with him?
I have no idea. Pull him back in. Pull him back out of line of sight.
All right,
of
I pull
that
him.
thing.
Pull him back. I pull Vita back.
Easily able to. Obviously, Vita is trying to fight back against it, but he's just walking. As soon as you lose eye contact with it, Vita, you come back to the entire time, Vita, as you were staring at it. You saw this thing, and it was the only thing in your vision. And everything else went black. And you felt, you've had a lot of doubts in your life. You've had a lot of confusion about your memories. You've had a lot of questions about just, things have confused you. Things have been confusing just everything you've been trying to solve, even beyond your lack of memories. You felt pure happiness looking at this eye. And
I love it.
And as soon as you break from it, you know deep down, as soon as it's broken, you miss it for just a moment, right? But you know deep down, because you have done this once before, you know that's exactly what happened to you as Zelgragers.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Wow.
So, and John didn't have to make that check upon seeing it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So once John drags him back here, I'll be like, what the fuck happened? What? I'm whispering. Felix is whispering, though he doesn't know why, because there shouldn't be anyone else nearby. He's like, what the fuck happened? What was that?
Guppies here. Um.
Guppy can't
Oh,
fit in here. But yes, what happened?
wow, man, that was the best feeling of my life, man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just for a
What are you
second. Just for a second.
talking about?
I'm back to it. So, I, look, all I saw was that ball, and it said it didn't say anything. But to me, I was like, I gotta go in, and I gotta touch it. I feel great. And I'm actually remembering this is exactly what happened last time, except nobody was here. So I touched it, I got banished. Don't touch it.
Okay. And don't
I guess I
touch it,
can't look at it.
and it is just so happens there is randomly just like whips of a single strand out that right, it's not all contained, Steven. It's
Yeah,
just
don't
like
touch
randomly
those
just
either.
Yeah, it seems
lashing out.
Yeah, it seems like it is filling most of the room. Like, yeah,
That's awesome.
it is. It is. It's. I'll say, Vita, for just the brief moment that you saw it before you were like in heaven, the room looks the same as it previously did. It's just now, instead of a baseball in it, it seems to be this massive swirling.
It's been growing.
Yeah, something about it has been agitated.
Yeah, this thing wants you to interact with it. So, um, weird that you guys don't feel anything. Maybe now I'm better. Maybe now I just had to get that out of my system, and now if I see it again, I am ready for it. But we're not gonna try.
And I'll say, John, yeah, you didn't feel anything like what Vita felt.
Nope. I
Okay.
don't feel didn't feel a thing. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I didn't see it when I saw it from the other side, so
Well, now what? I mean, that's the rift, and it's gotten way bigger and way more volatile than last time I was here.
well, like the I don't I don't know. I will be honest, I was expecting more.
This guy's kind of beaten us to it already.
Yeah. I'm
Is
not
there
complaining
anywhere
about
else
that
in the
though.
Titan that we can go to which would shut the rift?
Yeah.
There's no way we would know. This is all we knew.
Huh. Okay. So I think we have to talk to Malzadek about this. He said something about him being a servant of the Dark One, right?
He's a disciple
he is.
of the dark.
Disciple.
Yes.
All right.
And he
well,
didn't
probably
say
knows
a, he said the.
the. All right. Well, makes sense why he is interested in the thing that sent you to the Dark One, Vita.
Should we like throw like a rock in it or something? Like
That's
we
what I
came
was
all the
thinking.
way here.
Well,
I
it's
kind of
always
want
a
to throw a
rock.
rock.
But I'll throw a rock. I can throw a rock.
Yeah,
Thank
let's
you,
do
John.
that. Let's see what happens. I won't look
All
at
right.
John
I'll
absentmindedly,
go ahead.
it's always a rock.
You guys stay back. Go find a decent rock. I'm gonna throw it in there and see what happens.
Go for it.
All right.
I'll
That's what I
say,
gotta do.
I'll say no athletics check necessary, just because this thing's a massive thing. There's no way, unless you're aiming specifically for a part of it, there's no way you can miss with this rock.
No.
I'll put it that way. Just due to, I mean, how big of a rock are we talking? I guess I'll put it that way.
Oh, like a baseball-sized rock,
Okay,
like just
yeah.
a big, chunky piece of stone.
Yep. Then I'll say, no, no roll necessary. You are able to, throw this rock. Give me a d20. You don't want a 1. I just want to see.
As
Watch
opposed
this.
to
Okay.
All right.
You throw this rock, and you see as it begins traveling through the air, you see as it's kind of arcing around one of its strands, not reacting to it, but just happenstance, right? Comes around and slams into this rock, and you see the rock is repelled instantly, like at such a high velocity to a corner of the room and just kind of slams into it. And it doesn't make this loud boom sound, but it does make like a sound as it slams, and you don't hear it bounce at all either. It seems to have slammed the stone so hard into another stone that it just didn't bounce at all. It just kind of got lodged in.
Stone didn't get banished.
Stone did not get banished.
Well, it's also not alive.
Do we think? Yeah. Or what are the chances?
Okay.
The thing that I touched
start
is
looking
within
for
it.
a rat.
I
You
guess.
can look for something living if you want.
I want to look for something living and small. I mean, it's a cave. It's not going to be the
We
most
should have kept the
abundant of
tiny
eco.
snot monster.
It's going to be that would not have stayed tiny for long. It's not going to be the most abundant of ecosystems, but all right.
I'll say along
right.
your way, you've seen a bunch of little fucked up creatures. So if that's what you want to do, give me a nature check.
Oh,
And-
wait.
Yep.
I can. If this fails,
got
I have
something.
something.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say, John, you begin searching, and you know it's going to take a while. So I would say, Felix, you could definitely step in if you wanted.
All right. So my druid crown, gives me. It has a bound spell. Mine is animal allies.
Hmm.
And the spell says.
Oh no.
You summon tiny, ordinary animals from
Okay.
the environment, such as insects, birds, or fish, to quickly lash out at nearby foes.
Mm-hmm.
The animals
Do it.
swarm around the creatures in the area, dealing them 3d4 piercing damage with a basic reflex save. I need to be using this more often. Number one.
Oh, yeah.
Number two,
You absolutely could
Get
use
us
that
a
for this
bird.
if you wanted.
I would
Yeah.
like
us a
to.
bird.
I would like to just channel power through the crown to summon an animal. And if possible, an animal that's like kind of a piece of shit that all the other
Mhm.
animals won't really mind if they go missing.
Exactly. I'll say, yeah,
Like a real bully.
you
Like
are
a
a
real fucking
druid.
bastard of an animal.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, no, this is absolutely possible. I'll say that you grab onto your crown, and I'll say it begins kind of emanating out these waves, kind of like Aquaman almost, right?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
And John, as you're kind of looking around, you see it begin to skitter what appears to be almost like an upside down rat. Like you can see the bottom of the belly is, and you can see its head is looking up and its mouth is on the top of its body, but you can see its legs are the other way around. And you can see it's kind of like fully black, like no color ever needed in a space like this. And you can see just a couple of these rats begin emerging, kind of at your bidding, Felix, and are kind of skittering along. And do you send it just right to the room?
Yeah, death's a natural part of life. I'm not gonna feel too bad about this.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like.
Leave it, rat.
Also, these are real. These are terrestrial creatures, despite being deeply fucked up, right? They're not like abyssal abominations like the cloakers or the snot monster.
I will say,
Come on, man.
roll a d20 for me and see if you get a 4 or below. Yeah, these are animals. They're certainly fucked up, and they've probably devolved a little bit by being down here and have had to survive based off survival of the fittest. But they are just weird, fucked up rats, I'll say.
Okay, guys. Pick the meanest one out of all of you. They can't understand me, but let's talk to them anyway. The meanest one out of all of you needs to run in there. Okay?
I'll say you summon 3, and 2 of them, just before you even really start talking, just start gnawing at each other. And you see they begin fighting, and one of them is still looking at you and kind of looks back at the other 2 fighting, and then begins running in.
Oh man. That's it. As the little fucked up rat goes in, I'll say, not to really anyone. It's like, oh, that one seemed kind of nice. Fuck.
You see it goes in, and you see it begins to run, Just give me a quick moment.
I didn't account for rat interaction.
You're damn right. Let me give
Rat bigotry, dude.
I think this is fair.
Oh man.
Felix, just due to how high level you are, I'll say that the rat appears to be going towards the rune on the ground that John saw earlier,
Why don't we just
which appears
throw
to
it?
be some kind of trap.
No, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh
Rita.
fuck. Wait, rat, stop.
Give me a nature check. I'll
I
say,
thought that was the plan. I didn't realize we were going to just run, maybe not trigger the rune.
give me DC 20. It's not high.
Oh god. Oh,
I think
God.
you could get it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
Okay.
Almost at
You
2.
see the rat skid and turns back to look at you, just through your sheer dominance. It's listening to you.
1 second. All right, guys. Do we want it to trigger the rune, or do you want to see what happens
No,
when it gets
no,
hit?
no. Don't trigger the
no.
rune.
Okay. I'll motion like, come back, come back.
Rat begins scurrying back, and you can see that one of the two rats that are fighting, one of them has already chomped into the other one. It's kind of squealing out a little bit. That's just
Okay.
black blood is pouring
Come
out.
back, come back, come back.
Oh,
The
God.
other one is
I'll pick
sitting
the- I'll pick
obediently
the one-
for
pick
you.
up the.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick up the
I
one.
was like,
that
all right,
needs
John,
some
pick
back.
up Mr. Winner over here and kind of toss him into the circle.
I'm just gonna, do exactly what Felix says. I'm just gonna
And
throw
the rat that came
the-
back, I'm gonna take it to the side. I was like, go back to your life.
gonna pick up the rat.
Go back to what you were doing. I hope they weren't your
chuck it
family.
at the white, horrible mass.
Yep, you chuck it at it, and I'll say very similarly to before, no roll necessary here for a D20 rolling a natural 1, because as soon as you throw it at it, you can see just absent-mindedly, right? This is not reacting to you throwing it at it, but just kind of one of these tendrils goes through it, and you can see the rat just disappears.
Oh,
Oh,
not good.
No. Okay, so it has
Okay.
to be living.
Hey, if you feel better about it, that rat's not gonna die in there. From natural causes. Maybe you can kill people in there. I don't know.
I don't really care if that rat dies. I would be
How
more
willing
concerned
are
with
you
that.
guys to walk up to it and just
That's
see
what
what
I'm
happens?
trying to figure out. I don't want to walk up. To it.
We know what happens. I walked
And it's
into it
pretty-
and touched it.
And it's pretty awful. The thing is,
Well,
it's
that's
also
because
really
you're
hard
you.
to get back around. Cause like,
Yeah. What? Even if it's I'm me, the rat and me are not. It's more similar than me to you, and the rat still disappeared.
so, would it really be less dangerous to backtrack and go back around to Malzadek's study, since now we know that's where this is? Because I feel like, I mean, it sucked to get over here, but like, I don't want to do all that just to
Well,
get hit
why-
by a tentacle and be banished for like 1 billion days. Or
well, we
whatever.
could, if you want to talk to him, if that's what you're saying, we could just trigger this rune, and he'll probably show up again. We don't have to go all the way
Probably.
back and do all those checks.
I guess we could.
He might be pissed off since we technically would be touching his stuff by that point, but
We can
I
just
also
it's a
don't really-
trap. It's a
also
trap.
don't
It's
really
not really
wanna-
anything important.
Undo like 2 sessions of encounters and have to go
Yeah,
back
no,
and do
I
them
agree.
again. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, his study's right there on the
That's
other side of
true.
this thing.
Maybe if we trigger the trap, he'll probably show up, right?
So you want to talk to him? Is what?
Yeah.
We should
I didn't. Now that we know that he has been studying the eye. 1 sec. Now we have something to talk to him about. Before I thought this was like some random unrelated thing. Well, not random. I thought this was unrelated to our goal,
Yes.
but now.
Well, I don't disagree, but I have to bring up. Last time, you guys were very heavy on that this guy is very evil. So, if we bring him right in front of us, right in front of the Banishing Eye, and he is very evil. I feel like some things could go wrong in that situation for
What
us.
if we just pushed him in?
I just feel like he's gonna do the opposite, but to us, and just push us in.
Okay, well, I got the vibes of he was like evil, but not, you know, pointless cruelty, mass murderer evil. He was more like evil genius, as wizards are.
I couldn't get a read on the guy. All he did was just freeze us.
Plus, you know,
John is such a flip flopper, man. John is the biggest pancake I've ever met. First I don't need help. Now I need help. Now I don't need potions. What was that all about anyway? Is he still cursed or something? Some ghost?
Don't worry about the potion thing. Listen, if I wasn't gonna get rid of those, I think I might have died. I had a sink in.
Why?
What
What
would
would
my
have
stomach?
killed you?
Like,
What
who
would've
even
killed you?
knows?
I don't know. Just something bad would have happened.
First he's evil, first he's not. Alright. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I think he's evil for sure. Just you know, I just couldn't. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying
I'm just
anymore.
saying, what part about the threat level has changed from when you guys really didn't want to even summon him by touching the door to now? Or like past the door at his treasure. And they would be summoning him.
Well,
A desperation mostly, just not wanting to retrace my steps.
And last time when
Okay.
we were like at his study, that was like much more obvious. This is my stuff. Don't touch it.
Yeah, but hey, we just came in the other way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we also know that our goal is something that he has.
Yeah,
And
I'm saying it's
I
more
think-
plausible that we're over here. Like,
Yeah.
no door.
We didn't fuck up his stuff. We went our own way, and we learned that we want to talk to him because we found a back door into his study, and also we got a hold of him because we didn't want to fuck up his eye or whatever. I feel like he'd be pretty upset if we were just doing random.
Hey, I'm a big
Probably be
mouse
upset we
deck
threw a
guy,
rat at it.
so
I
I'm
know
all
you're a big
for
mouse
it.
deck guy. I know.
The rune though, last time it like shot out a big thing. So I don't know, maybe if you still have one of those rats around, we can like back up 40 feet and then have it run into it. So we
No,
all don't get-
the only surviving rat was a good egg, so I sent it away.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Hold on, let me go. I'll just look the old-fashioned way. One sec. Steven, can I find another little critter?
Yeah, give me a nature check. See how long it takes. I'm sure you could.
Boom.
Yeah, you're good. You find another rat. This one looks distinctly different from the other three that you summoned. So
Thank God.
this is a fourth rat.
Unique
Okay.
rats.
Like rats. There's a lot of rats in this cave.
Yeah. All right.
Place.
All right, new rat. I need you to run on top of that circle.
We gotta
On the
get out of
ground.
here though. Like 50 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you do that?
Rat looks a little
Guys,
confused,
start going right now.
but
Yeah.
begins
Walking
walking
away.
down that way. Yeah. Okay. I'll say
Thanks, man.
you
Or
all
woman.
you all continue to kind of get away right around the corner where there's kind of this 30-foot corridor where there's kind of a rune at the end of it. And you or this rune trap and begins you all kind of get back corner so you can still kind of see where the light is, but you're a good, easily 50, 60 feet away from this thing. Around a corner, no less. You see the rat turn the corner. You all wait there for a moment. Another moment passes. Big explosion sound where you see this kind of this
Yep.
light
Yep.
of fire kind of just spout out around the corner from where you're all clear ahead of it.
We've learned.
And as soon as this explosion happens, there's about a moment of pause before you hear a distance away, but obviously down this tunnel, further past the eye.
God damn it! Another fucking rat.
You hear this barking sound, but it is a barking that is raspy almost. It's this really weird kind of, it's gravelly, this part. It's like, sound that is traveling, and it is, even though you can tell it is far away, it is loud. You can only imagine that Guppy is barking at this explosion that's just been created. And I'll say, what do you all do? You hear this barking for a good 5-10 seconds. What do you all do, if anything, or do you just kind of wait?
Guys, I'll be honest. I expected like a time slow trap, not an actual fireball.
Yeah. I guess
We checked. I don't know if teleport doesn't really make a noise. I don't think.
let's go up there in case he
Scooch
shows
up,
up.
see if he's in there. Yeah.
Okay. You kind of go up to around the corner. You can see just the entrance to this room. Excuse me, where the Banishing Eye is. Entrance to this room, charred. No remnants of this rat wherever it was, but there was obviously a massive fireball that just exploded right here.
Child.
Rest in peace, rat. You continue to hear the barking as you kind of turn around the corner. Eye not doing much else, right? The eye is continuing to act as if it was not bothered by this explosion at all. Kind of the tunnel explosion wasn't so big that it actually like broke any stone. It seems like it was more just fire. But you turn around the corner, and you can see, actually, there's the glow. So just to give you all, you're all looking at the corner. You see 30 feet ahead of you, you see this Banishing Eye, right, as the kind of tunnel opens up, charred entrance to the tunnel. You can see that there's something behind it. I'll say even all of you, even here now, it's difficult to see. It's almost like entirely encapsulating whatever is behind it, this Banishing Eye, which is obviously like, 10 feet tall and just whipping around. There's obviously something behind it, but you can't tell. But you can see a flash from the left of this eye. You see a flash kind of reflected across the ground and the ceiling. A flash of red light kind of suddenly emerge. And I'll say just off in the distance, your perception is, DC is high enough that you all can hear in the distance what appears to be a voice. You can only imagine as Malzadek's voice. Trying to calm down Guppy as the barks begin to get less and less frequent. As you continue to hear Malzadek's voice, do you all do anything different?
Didn't John say there was like someone behind the eye, or were you just lying? Or
I think
I thought I saw somebody behind the eye.
You all could see
you said
there's
there's
something
someone.
behind
You
it.
said there's a tall figure behind the eye.
I think
That's
it's
what I
Guppy. All right, do we?
Was
Do
it
you
Guppy?
call out? Do we go? Malzadek is here. Do we just yell?
Okay.
This is
I
so
wasn't
stupid.
sure.
I'm not going first. I'll see that thing, and what do you have to turn that corner?
Okay, fine. I'll do it. I will
I'll go with
approach the
Felix.
corner and kind of peek my head out, so I can actually. So I can see the eye.
Yeah, you see the eye, you see this flash, you hear the voice of Malzadek, and the barking begins to subside, and you can hear there's the crackling of this kind of this white beam, but you begin to hear this other kind of crackling that's out of phase with the Banishing Eye. And you can see there begins to be kind of like this red glow that is slowly beginning to emerge from the left side of the Banishing Eye. Remember, you're looking at the Banishing Eye, there's something behind it, you have no idea, but from the left side appears to be where all this sound and maybe the tunnel is to Malzadek's study is.
Oh.
But you begin to see kind of this red glow slowly get higher and higher, and this other crackling sound that's out of phase with the white
Should have
one.
investigated what was behind that thing first, but whatever. Fucked up.
Do you do anything different, Felix? Yeah.
Can I try to see what's behind it now that I realize I misunderstood the layout?
Sure. Yeah. No, I'll say if you all were there around, I'll say Felix, and I'll say not for you, Vita, because you haven't looked at it yet. But Felix, you can give me a perception check to see.
Yippee!
It's fucking John, man. He's like rage baiting us in this tunnel. Yeah, there's something behind there, maybe. I don't know. Let's throw a
I don't know
rock.
what to tell you, man. That's not what I saw.
29.
Even tried to perceive it a little bit better, and I didn't do that well. Like that, I still got barf in my helmet.
Felix,
Vomiter.
unfortunately, you can't gather much else of what's behind it. I'll say that you can tell that it is just like 10 feet behind it, and there appears to be something as tall as this thing, like 10 feet tall, right? But it is, like you all saw the animation. It is just such a thing. There is something behind it, obviously. You just see a glimpse of it. Maybe you see, like, metal for a moment. Maybe you
I
see,
can't see what the fuck that thing is.
like, glass. Like, you see just bits of something, but it's just, there's too much crackling electricity. There's too much sight. But, Felix, you are looking around the corner as you can see this red glow is beginning to come down the hallway towards the Banishing Eye with a crackling of its own.
Well, I guess that's Malzadek. Do we call out to him or what?
Yeah.
All right. Is that you, Malzadek?
You say, as you say this, Felix, you see turning around the corner once again, Malzadek. You all can go up to the into the art channel. Look
I'll
up
go to the art channel and scroll.
He looks really friendly.
to see what he looks like
It looks
again.
nice.
Let me show the YouTube audience, dude. Hey, there he is again. You see him once again still floating. This red lightning bolts kind of crackling around him, and you can see in his right hand or his left hand as he's kind of turning around the corner for you all, just a large foot wide, like basketball sized, just a ball of electricity. This red electricity that he appears to be holding in his hand, and he turns the corner, and I'll say for the first time, you see this swirling, banishing eye kind of react to him. It's almost as if all of the tendrils are being pushed away by him, like almost like this extra, kind of this external facing gravitational, force that's pushing it back as he kind of gets closer to it. He's still not like right next to it, but there's obviously it's reacting to him getting closer. But he kind of turns around the corner. He can just barely see you. You're a good like 30 feet away. And you say, "Is that you, Malzadek?" And he turns the corner, and you can see how almost has an inquisitive look, and he says, "Are you? What are you doing here?"
What?
What? This is what.
We
long
came in
story
through the
short.
back door.
Long story short, this is what we were looking for. We didn't realize you had it.
Can you,
So we
give me
didn't-
guy?
We didn't ask you about it.
I'll be like right back.
Okay.
I'm still listening.
Okay. You see, kind of, he's looking confused again. He's like a good 30 feet away, and you can still hear the crackling. And he says, "Is that you, like, Felix?" Of
Yeah.
Of the, what are your names? The Storm Hunters.
Yeah, it's the Storm Hunters.
You see, he kind of lowers down his hand with the electrical ball, and it kind of fizzles away, and says, "You all were looking for this," and he kind of points at the eye.
We didn't know it was what we were looking for. I don't remember what we told you.
Yeah.
But, one of our.
You said you were looking for Vida's past.
Yeah.
And here
So-
we are. Can you also come around the corner, Miss Malzadek? I can't look over that way.
Yeah,
by the way.
he gets into like a weird trance state when he sees this. Apparently.
You want me to come around the corner to you all when I can only see you, Felix?
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you don't have to. It's just
You don't-
awkward
You
talking
don't
to you
have
around
to if you don't want to.
the
man.
wall.
He kind of shakes his head and he says,
We're not gonna jump you, okay? You.
and
We
he
want to talk
says,
to you.
okay. He kind of shakes his head. He doesn't, no roll necessary. He just seems more annoyed by this entire situation. And he says, But if your friend is drawn to this, you see he kind of weighs up his hand, and a wall of stone just emerges between him and this giant
Did I just hear a
crackling
wall
wall.
of stone spell?
And he says, and he kind of gestures. He says, "Come now." And he just turns around and he floats away down the cavity. You all are free
Thank
to
you.
come.
Thank you.
Gonna very quickly, gingerly walk through the room because I'm afraid that the thing's gonna whip the wall and make it
Yeah, I'm
fucking
gonna be squinting
explode.
out of my eye. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say
We'll have
you.
some, LaFleur's not here, but like I would imagine, if John didn't already do it, I'd ask him to like hold on to Vita as we walk.
Yeah,
through.
yeah, we're not that dumb.
Not that stupid.
You all continue along your way. You can hear as you kind of walk past this wall. You can hear one, because you've generated it before, Vita. You can tell that this is a thin wall, so you can kind of hear just the sounds of these strings kind of hitting up against it, and your concern of how long this is going to hold is very much warranted, and it feels like it. But you all, because of this wall, are not able to see what was behind this thing. You have not been able to see that just yet. But you all continue along your continue along your way, and as you walk past this wall, you are now looking at what the reverse of what you saw. Felix, you are now at the end of a very long tunnel. It's maybe about like 10 feet wide. That's very obviously kind of been carved out. This is not a natural formation towards this banishing eye from this cavernous room where Malzadek's lair is. And you can see as you're turning the corner, filled with just red light, very Malzadek-esque, kind of magical light in here. And you can see, as you're looking at it, you can see kind of the rest of the room. You can see the other side of the doorway that is still sealed. You can see a seam in the middle of it, a good 100 feet away. But you all see that Malzadek is kind of slowly floating away, seemingly just waiting for you all to continue to come follow as he continues on into the study. And it appears like he kind of goes off to the right. And as you all kind of gather yourselves and you're slow going, you can hear Malzadek kind of talking to, you can only assume is Guppy, talking to Guppy and saying, "Now we have some guests, Guppy, so you best be on your best behavior and not bark too much." And you all, what do? You had just passed the wall. You're at the end of this tunnel. You can see Malzadek was already at the end of it. You have a good 100 feet. What do you all do? Do you just continue in? Or do you want to say anything to each other before you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna we're just gonna ask him about Banishing Eye, see what he knows, and then we can just leave.
Yep.
Ideally through his front door.
You continue in, and once again, you enter this space. You can see to the left is a teleportation circle, very large, 10-foot wide, very complex runes. I mean, you all, like Vita and Felix, you all are pretty competent, arcane users. This is quite a difficult thing to create and an expensive thing to create, so you know that just with the existence of it here, Malzadek must be pretty strong. You turn, you see to the right, there appear to be kind of the same table as before, still very all neat, stacks of paper, stacks of books, and you see in the right corner, up and alert, you can see what was previously smooth, almost like black seal skin, right, is now kind of raised. And you can see along the back of this creature, Guppy is now standing up, easily a good 20 feet tall, and is, with its long nose, is staring directly at you all. And I'll say, along its back, kind of like how a dog has hackles, instead, these bones are kind of protruding under the skin, and it's made kind of this spine along the back of Guppy, as it appears to be quite alert and quite upset that you all are here. And as soon as you all turn the corner, it begins barking. And again, with this gravelly, raspy bark, that is like penetrating your all's ears. I mean, you all have been in the
Get your
presence of
dog,
like a
bro.
dog that's like barking, but this is obviously a massive one in this big kind of chamber, and is barking. And Guppy or Malzadek is trying to calm it down, but after a few barks, Malzadek kind of just yells out, "Enough!" And you see his hands kind of flash red. And you can see just for a moment, kind of there's a red glaze over Guppy's eyes, and Guppy begins to just sit down, and still quite intently staring at you all, but appears to be calmed in some way. Malzadek kind of turns to you all. Yeah, what's up? And turns to you all.
How'd you color code all your spells green like that?
Malzadek looks to you, John, and says, "I assume that you're making a joke."
No, like everything about you is green, from your clothes to the lightning.
Dude,
to
we've
your
seen
spells, it's all green.
crystals of red. Why?
Malzadek kind of
fucking wizard.
shakes his head and says, "So you all wanted to talk about the eye. That's what you all were down here for, yes?"
Ignore me, yeah.
Yeah, just ignore this guy.
Just ignore him. He does ignore you for now. He's kind of looking to you, Felix, because you're the first one who brought it up, but he's kind of looking between you all.
Yeah. So like we said, we were here for Vita's past. And a long while ago, he like encountered something, the Banishing Eye, and apparently there's news to us. That's it. And we didn't know that it was in your study, and not wanting to disturb it or fuck up any of your stuff, we tried to get your attention without having to undo a lot of dangerous travel through this Titan. So thanks for bringing us over, by the way.
Malzadek's
Didn't want
kind
to
of
get hit by that
nodding along.
thing.
Yes, that would not be good if you were to be hit by that.
No, not at all.
So I understand
So-
you all came here for the past, and I do appreciate that you all have not messed with any of my things yet. Kind of looks around his space, and he kind of
There's
squints
some
his
venom in
eyes.
that yet, but okay.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you are standing in my study, and
All right.
Why would you make a door on only one side of the tunnel?
he kind of squints his eyes and says, "What do you mean?"
Like we went the long way around, and there's like a hole in the wall.
It's just a tunnel. Like, how are we supposed to
Yeah.
even know this was? But over here, there's a whole room and a door.
I
Why wouldn't you just put a door on the other side?
Look, I do not know what your all's intentions were. The fact I didn't put a door on that side is because there's a banishing eye on that side. And the only reason you got past it is because I've invited you in. Now,
That's the point there.
there is some
Good point.
trust. There is some trust that I am extending to you all by having you all here in my study. But my point, by saying yet, is I still don't know your intentions. And that is what I am most curious about. I'm free to answer your questions about what I've discovered, as he kind of looks to you, Vita. You all did say that we're on the same team, yes. But I am still confused as to why you're here exactly. You came here for your past, Vita, but you came here for the eye. I'm assuming that that is what banished you.
Mm-hmm.
So what did coming here help you all with? As you all said, it is quite dangerous, and considering the state of your clothes and some of your demeanor, it was quite a difficult journey to get here.
Well, we didn't know what was here. First of all, it was very hazy memories of me touching this banishing eye thing and getting banished. We have been, like I might have mentioned, we've been looking into talker's crystals, how they're appearing. There's more of them. Where are they coming from? And we thought, okay, probably what's in here is our biggest lead as to an answer to that, or how to slow it down, or how to speed it up, or anything regarding any of that. We thought maybe in here was our best bet.
You see Malsadek's kind of nodding along and says, all right, that makes a little bit of sense. Still quite a dangerous journey to take, but you all seem capable enough considering you made it here. What do you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why is the Banishing Eye in a Titan? Hold on. Alex forgets. We didn't tell him about. He doesn't know about Zelgradris, right?
From his perspective, it's
just
still
Vita,
it's
okay.
still confusing that Vita, yes, was here and got banished by the eye somehow, but it's
Okay.
unknown as to when that happened. It seems like.
Okay, because when we were looking into this before we made the journey, we found mentions of the Banishing Eye, but it was completely separate from, the Titan that it's in, which I feel would be a pretty big deal as far as like academic texts and stuff go. So what is it doing here? Why is it inside the? I guess it's not dead.
And why is it bigger?
Yeah.
Way bigger.
Oh man, the Titan's not dead. Fuck.
It
Sorry,
kind
go
of looks to you. To answer your first question, yes, the Banishing Eyes, every Titan has one. I don't know what text you've referred to in terms of your Banishing Eye. There may have been people, from what I've heard, that have worshipped it in some way. I don't know if that is something that you've stumbled upon, but why is it here in the Titan? Well, if you were to go to the other buried Titans here on Sumia, there would be an eye within each of them as well. To answer your question, Vita, as to why it is larger, well, that is because I've been doing some experiments on it.
Dude.
What do you mean by dude? I've told you all my explicit purpose is to bring the Dark One back.
I know, but how much do you really know about this thing? Like, do you know what happens if you go in there? Do you know where it is? I've been in there.
I can tell that you've been in there. Yes, I do know what happens if I were to touch it, and that's why I've been quite careful as to not touch it.
Okay. I just feel like you're playing with fire a little bit here. Just with your what if it gets too big and then it swallows up this whole place or something?
I have lived a long time by being careful. I have used that amount of care in all aspects of my life, including dealing with such a thing as this. I understand that for you all, it may seem quick to mess with these things, but I have been doing this for far longer than anyone else has.
All right.
I'll say
Okay,
you all
well,
notice that Guppy is just staring daggers at you all, and as kind of the calm spell is kind of going down, appears to be growling slightly. Not anything too crazy, but is growling, just staring at you all.
Can you get like a leash on your dog or something, bro? It's staring at me like crazy. And also, Felix doesn't seem to even recognize it. And Felix knows every animal we've ever even seen. So, what is this dog? Why is it? Can it chill out a bit?
I'll say Malsadek just kind of stares at you for a solid 5 seconds. You say anything, Vita?
No. So I asked a
Okay.
question.
Okay, and then after 5 seconds, he says, "It is not a dog. No, and that is probably why Felix didn't recognize it. No. Guppy," and kind of moves, he kind of floats over to Guppy. And Guppy is still staring at you all. And I'll say, You all give me a perception check. I'll make it.
I love those.
I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry.
Bro didn't use the tool.
Dude, I clicked it before. Oh, guess I failed. Shit.
You can give me a perception check, John, for me. John, or
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, can you roll a
Look,
perception check? Just over
Yeah,
now
sorry.
eating. It's all good.
Slowly
I-
eating.
Yeah,
I
it's all good.
popcorn.
All good.
The perception
Hey.
check.
Yes, perception check. Go for it.
Just drive.
Still a failure.
Damn.
You all look at Guppy, and he says, Guppy was injured when I found her. She, and you see that she's kind of growling as he gets closer to Guppy. Guppy says, injured when I found her. I believe that she's in a better place now that she's here. I, of course, let her loose sometimes to go feed on the other creatures that are within this Titan. But she always comes back, and you all can see that there's... he kind of goes up, and you can see that Guppy is kind of wearing this metal collar. And you go up, and you see that he kind of touches it, and it kind of glows red. You can see all these runes across it as it glows red. And Guppy instantly kind of calms down and no longer is growling.
How many days old is she?
Looks over at you and she, well, believe it or not, but I believe that Guppy is even older than I am, maybe even older than the eras themselves. It appears like that Guppy is quite old.
What is Guppy?
Okay.
You can see he kind of smirks at that and says, I'm not entirely sure. Something different, but conquerable.
Interesting word.
Kind
Okay.
of floats back
how old
over
are
to
you, by the way? You've made little passing references at your age. Is it? Come on.
I wish not to disclose it exactly, but I've been older than most likely anyone you've met.
Well, I was banished for a long time, so I could actually be older than you.
When were you born?
I'll give him my birthday.
Squints his eyes and says, and when did you come back?
I'll give him that day. A couple months ago.
And yet you said you had hazy memories of you being banished. Why don't you remember it?
Yeah, someone took my memories after I came back. Which is good for me now, but bad for information.
And he cocks his head and he says, someone took your memories. All of your memories.
All of them. I have distinct memories of being post-banished returned, and I was my same self from before the banishment, and then distinct memories post-banished returned, and I mean now, all memories gone, which means in that gap, somebody just took them all.
Kind of floats closer to you, like not super close, but like 5 feet away, and he says, and do you know who did this? That's quite a powerful ability to do that.
That's the thing about taking all the memories, is I don't remember who did it.
Well, I can tell you I've been doing this for a long time in terms of studying the arcane, and I can say that even I wouldn't have been able to take away someone's memories throughout their entire lives.
What about second order deity?
Kind of looks back at you. Like you see he was kind of pondering and he was like in the middle of about to say something. He looks back at you and he says, do you suspect it was a second order deity?
Maybe. If it's not someone normal like you. Third order feels too weak.
Kind of floats, kind of looks down at you because he's like floating good like 5 feet above you. He says, I would agree, because you're saying your memory's coming back. I wouldn't think it would be a first order deity. I've never heard of that particularly. Do you know which of the second order deities it could have possibly been? From my understanding, and from what I've heard, you used to be under Sulon, yes?
Okay, so that was a bit of a leading question. You already knew the answer, but sure.
Do you think it was her or someone else?
Wasn't sure.
I feel like it has to be her now because, like, she really just could have told me anything. Really, I believed it all because she was telling me it. But she said I appeared to her all injured and she fixed me up. But she very easily could have just taken my memories too and then left that part out.
And he kind of nods and she says, "How cruel the deities can be. Is that why we are on the same side, as you said?"
Yeah, I'll look
Essentially.
at the other two. Yeah, oh yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Kind of looks to you too and says, "What are y'all's gripes with the deities?"
Well, the second order is okay. Some of the third order, there's a couple in the third order that are okay. It's mostly with the bigger ones. First order. I think they are tyrannical despots, and I don't like anything they do. To keep it simple, the more I learn about them, the less I like them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
agree
kind of
more.
my thought. The more I learn about them,
The more like despicable, reprehensible, and whatever other word you want to use they seem to be. Most of it just kind of seems to be they. Bless you, John. Uh, they fight each other, and they kill a lot of people, just for their own power and status, and they don't really seem to do anything that isn't motivated by like something. They don't do anything altruistically. It's just kind of all for them.
Mm-hmm.
You see, throughout you all saying this, Melzadek is nodding along quite fully in agreement. And Melzadek says, "Well, I couldn't agree more with you all, Stormhunters. It really truly does seem that we are on the same page.
That's good.
And that is why I intend to bring back the Dark One, for I know that they will be able to get rid of these First Order deities."
You have got to fill us in on some gaps there of
We were trying to figure out. We were at least I was hoping that by coming here and thinking through Vita's past, we'd have a better understanding of who the Dark One was. But that has not happened yet, so hopefully you could enlighten us on what
how could it
it
yeah
is.
how could it defeat because we're trying to do the same thing like you are, so if you know of a way that they can be defeated with this dark one, like how do you know
and
that? And
and no disrespect. I mean, are they any better than the current gods in terms of behavior? Are we trading one devil for another?
Malzadek kind of looks to you all and says, "I can absolutely give as many answers as you all would like on the Dark One. I believe
okay,
that the Dark One is better than the First Order deities, because they have no intention of ruling over the people of Sumia. They have no intention of ruling over any of the realms, and they simply despise those that do the ruling. The Dark One was, well, I'm sure you all, considering you are learning more about Tulkr's crystals, know that the deities were not the beginning of time, yes. Well, the Dark
Now I'm
One...
gonna.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm gonna interject again. You say they have no, desire to rule over any of this. Again, not trying to be disrespectful. It seems like this is very important to you. Is that because they're just going to destroy everything Is it one of those sort of
This
situations
guy's a
where
non-believer. Don't listen to him, Malzadek.
I don't, it's just, I think it's a fair question. You know, sometimes there's little caveats to these things. Yeah, I don't want to take care of a dog because I don't, you know, because I'm going to kill all the dogs. So they're not going to take over the dogs because they're just going to kill all the dogs.
You would never say that, Malzadek.
Melzadek says, I have dealt with many a non-believer, and I understand it, John, and I appreciate your candidness. I will say this. The Dark One was disposed of when the deities first was taken over. And that is why the Dark One has a specific gripe with the First Order deities. And because of that, they have grown more and more powerful beyond the Alkasan Barrier, gaining forces, those of which, or that of which, to get to the point where even they are able to bring back people from beyond the Alkasan Barrier. And kind of looks to you, Vita. If I were to bring, well, I'll say when I bring the Dark One back, they will get rid of the First Order deities. But what they have told me, their intentions, and I can only believe them, considering what they have done. Considering what he has said, or what they have said their intentions are, is to get rid of any other tyrannies in other realms that exist. So I believe that once they are done with the First Order deities here in this realm, in the Sempton realm, they will move on to the other realms and use their powers there. Now, if you all have any care for the other realms, maybe you would feel such a way, but it seems to me that all forms of tyranny, essentially, or especially here in the Sempton realm, lead to like what the First Order deities are. And so the Dark One can get rid of them.
Huh. Okay.
Interesting.
And just as Dylan, real quick, so
Sure.
that just confirmed that it's not Kosa, right? If
Yeah,
that's to
what
be believed.
yeah, what Malzazek's saying is, yeah, this was someone who was banished by the First Order
Kosa
deities.
is dead, Dad. Let's
He
go.
fucking died. That's hilarious.
He's
Okay.
dead, Dad. Let's fucking go.
Anyway.
Rip Bozo.
And
Well, now we
and
really
also-
don't know who it could be.
I'll say because of that, they'll say, or not because of that, but just in tandem with that, Malzadek will say, and I'm sure you all are wondering how I can be so confident. I mean, of course, they are the only one who has ever been able to bring people beyond the Alkasan Barrier back to the realm of Sumia, which is something that was even unheard of here. But from what I understand, and from what the Dark One has told me, they have already taken out one of the First Order deities. The one that was banished a long time ago. The one that was in the war that ended the Dark Era. Kind of looking around that where this Titan was used.
Hold on, because everyone knows that the other three put that one away and banished him away themselves. We all know that.
Yes, and the Dark One made sure that that one would never come back.
Oh,
Killed him.
I don't know how to feel
Malzadek
about
kind of
that.
just nods.
So how do you talk to this thing? Like, does it come to you in dreams, or like, how? I've never even. It's such an insane thing to be able to cross this barrier. How are you communicating with something that's in there in such a way that you're such a believer?
The only way that I used to be able to connect with the Dark One was through ones that were brought back by them. I had to communicate through them, perform a ritual of sorts. I have not needed to do that in quite a long time, ever since discovering and finding, and kind of glances, or kind of gestures over to the Banishing Eye that's now behind the wall of stone. That appears to be looking cracked at this point, I'll say. looks over and says, ever since that I have been toying around with this eye of sorts, I've been able to communicate with them through it, as it is a direct connection to beyond the Alkasan Barrier.
That's useful.
Oh. Can I talk to him? He should know me.
And they kind of pause for a moment. Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh boy. Do I get a hero point?
I'll say, yeah, we're at this point. We're already over halfway. I'll say if you want a higher point, we can.
No way. It's not meant to be.
It's not meant to be 2 3s in a row. He
One
kind of
in
he's yeah.
400 chance.
He
By the
kind of
way, 1 in 400.
he kind of smirks. He then says, I don't believe that you would be able to withstand looking at the eye if you were so drawn to it. Maybe with some practice you would be able to in the future. But
Fine.
the only way to communicate it is to not be drawn so much to it.
That's a good point.
But since you were brought back with them, I could communicate with them through you if you wanted.
Would I be privy to that, or are you just gonna use me and I'll wake up?
You see, he kind of sighs and he says, unfortunately, it would be just using you, as you put it. But I could ask him any questions that you would wish.
How
Ask
long
them
would it
any
take?
questions. You see, he kind of looks over at his desk and he kind of waves his hand out, and you can see some drawers begin to open and some kind of items begin to just kind of float out and get on the table. And he kind of glances over and he says, oh, but only 10 minutes.
Okay. Wait, well, this is perfect. You do that, and then the other two are still here, and you guys can just talk to them.
Is it a one-way? Like
Oh yeah, good question.
person to person, or is it like an open?
It is.
Would John and I be able to talk to
He
them
kind
as
of-
well, or is it
He kind
closed
of
communication?
he kind of chuckles for a moment and he says, it is, if you are fond of Vita, which I'm sure you are, it is a little bit of a frightening sight. But yes, you all would be able to talk to him. It is, the Dark One
I can
is
take it.
communicating through Vita.
And he won't be hurt.
If we keep the conversation brief.
Okay.
It's fine. He sent me back. It's not gonna hurt me.
Okay.
You guys should do it.
Okay. Before we get
Do
started,
you have
what
any
do-
like pressing questions
Yeah.
that
Vita, what? First up, what do you want us to
Oh.
ask him?
Why did you send me back? What is your name? Who do you look like? Where are you from? What else do we want to ask him? Should we ask Mouse to detect everything first, and anything he doesn't know, then we can ask that things?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay, for Malzadek first, he kind of said this already. So what are you doing? How are you just gonna make this big enough to where it can come through? Is that what you're trying to do? Like what would we do now if we leave and we want to keep helping with this goal? Like, you know?
You see he's kind of fiddling with stuff on his desk, trying to get stuff together for this ritual, and kind of glances back at you and says, yes, in a sense I am trying to get it bigger than it is now. Not to the point where it'll cause any harm, but the Dark One is such a powerful entity that you can bring others back, but they are not able to be brought back themselves. That will require enough power in order to generate it. And so I'm slowly figuring out ways of making the eye more powerful, which of course is making it more unstable. But I have everything under control.
So what would we do if we kind of leave and you're handling everything here? Boots on the ground.
What would you all like me to ask of you? Is that what you're asking? Or, I mean, you
Well,
all
I'm
are
just saying,
free
if
to
we're
do
on-
whatever
if-
you want.
If we're on the same side, as we have learned,
Yeah.
as we've learned that we are,
Mm-hmm.
like, is there any other aspect of your plan that needs doing, or is it really just like
Yeah.
experiment with the banishing eye, and then that's the key? That's the one thing you need to do.
Because we're also under the guise that we're going to be stopping all this stone stuff
Yeah.
and closing it up. So I feel like if we leave and now we know that we just can't do that because it's coming from here, or this thing is open. Like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
to answer your two questions, I appreciate that you all are saying that you are willing to help me in this endeavor. But what the biggest thing that is always needed is the need for more Talker's crystals. In fact, all of the different kinds of Talker's crystals. I have an abundance of, for instance, as you all saw at the front entrance of the Arcana, Talker's crystals, the dark green ones. But I do not have as many of the other Talker's crystals, and the more experiments I do, the more I need of them. So if you all know of any sources of them, or any individuals that are using quite a bit of them, that they could be willing to get rid of, either through convincing or other means, whatever you all find is best, that would be fantastic. But I will say, but I am confused. Kind of looks to you, Vita, and says, you said that you all are under the guise of stopping these crystals. The guise to who?
Anyone that asks what we're doing. I mean, we've encountered deities, as you know.
Ah,
What do you say? How?
he says, ah, is what he said.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we also keep showing up where all the Talker's crystals are, and people get curious of if we're doing it or not, and then we say, no, we're stopping it, which we kind of are in a way. But
Is the dark one the one
Yeah.
sending back, excuse me, all the Tulchrist crystals? Is that Bear doing, or what?
You see, he kind of looks up for a moment. Give me a perception check. I'll use the tool. You all can do this if you'd like.
I love the tool.
The tool. Click button. Click the tool. Vita, John.
Steve, shit.
Yeah. There's some weird shit that he's pulling out of this desk as well. Just you see, there's kind of just this bowl of like black goop that kind of spills a little bit. It's really weird. Anyway,
your goo.
Yeah, your goo. You ask this question, Felix. He kind of looks up, and you can just see. You ask who's sending back the Tulker's crystals. You can kind of see just a slight smirk on his face as he kind of seems to be thinking about something for a moment, but then looks back down at you and says, "I'm not entirely sure who is bringing back the Tulker's crystals. I will say it's gotten a lot easier to create them, but they are something that's always been ever present for as long as I've been living and researching them. But there's something happening where it is much easier to create them. Now, is that the Dark One's doing? The Dark One is powerful, but I don't know if they have as much influence over this realm, considering of where they are."
Okay.
you know why they call themselves the Dark One? It's just an off-putting name, if I.
It's a very interesting.
And I love
name.
sin.
They kind of smirk a little bit and they say, "Well, the name is very on the nose. You'll see if we perform this ritual what the Dark One looks like."
Oh man. All right.
Last thing, Melzadek, you're part of a group or a club or a network or something of Talker's crystal users. You mentioned that. You knew of the others. You didn't like a couple of the ones we killed. I feel like you should probably get us in with this network, right? It can help make our lives a lot easier. If we know the big players, we can just roll up to them, take their stuff, or help them out.
You see, he kind of nods along and he says, "You make a very pertinent point, Vida. I do agree that it would be good for you all to know who to go after, a lead, perhaps. I'll say, if you all are willing to help me, I can send you on your way to go after one that I've been thinking of may need to have the same treatment that you have treated Zhujan and Gatch. They haven't been exactly the nicest of individuals. It's kind of gotten to their head, of course. If you all
I'm
were
noticing
to...
a very... There's like a certain trend here, Melzadek, of people that seem to be getting the Tulkris crystals. I don't want to make any hasty assumptions, but
People get drunk with power. It is
yeah.
Not you,
only...
though.
No, it is only because I've been as careful as I have for as long as I have that I
Not
don't,
you, my man. Not
Not
you.
you.
don't
Not you,
fall
dude.
to these
You're chill.
to
Don't
these
fall for this
paltry...
liberal bullshit.
He says, if you all were to dispatch this individual, or at least get rid of their supply and bring it back, I would be happy to let you know of the whole network of information that I have for the various people that have the different kinds of Talker's crystals.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a deal. What's their name? Where are they at? Where are they?
What type of crystals do they use?
It's not the 10 cuts, is it?
Well, it actually
Oh,
happens to
man.
be the leader of the 10 Cuts.
Well, it's not the 10 Cuts. It's this weird group in Watat. Totally
You
different.
The leader has a dream sickle or something and can. It's purple.
As soon as you say that, you see Malzadek looks at you and says, "Have you had previous experience?"
Oh, my.
man.
Oh dear.
This guy.
Yes, we have.
You don't give us anything. That's a lie, by the way, but yeah.
Yes, we have interacted with the 10 Cuts previously.
Yes, we know their leader is very dangerous with the purple crystals, the mind ones.
You
Fine.
see Malzadek is nodding along.
All right. Well, we were
Why
probably
didn't
gonna
you
kill
go-
them anyway. So.
Why didn't you go kill this guy? You so quickly could have dispatched us.
They remember what we were saying earlier about getting drunk with power. There are things that I shouldn't delve into, because I know if I were to continue along that path, I may not be able to focus on what's really important and kind of gestures
beautiful.
around the room.
Okay. That's
Why
fair.
do you
That's
hate?
fair.
Why do you hate the deities so much that you are trying to kill them for tens of thousands of days?
Give me a diplomacy check. I'll do it in the chat real quick.
Come on.
Can't fail a second time.
Yep, I can.
I thought.
It says, well, for the same reasons that you all have, of course. I'll put it this way. I don't particularly like that they wipe memories every era.
That's
That
pretty annoying, isn't it?
has affected society for a long time.
Sure. Good a reason as any. All right. You
I
guys
say
wanna
all the
possess me now?
stuff. All the stuff is on the table, and they say, he says, "Are you willing to do this, Vida?"
Yeah.
And he kind of looks to you, Felix and John. Are you all willing to see your friend go through this?
I just
Yep.
nod. Yep.
And
Just ask good questions.
you see, he
Vito,
kind
okay,
of
hold on. Before we do, Vito, what questions do you want us to ask it?
Let's have more of a group thing. What do we think we should ask it if we can only ask a couple? That's the most useful.
Okay. Well, why did it send you back? We know it didn't remove your memory, so we don't have to do that.
It doesn't have to be about me. Like, we could
I know.
ask.
I'm starting. I'm just starting with you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to.
We
Why
could
I brought you
ask
back?
how, like, I don't know how to phrase this the right way, but like, how would it defeat the deities? Like, what is that power? Like, what would it
Yeah.
be? Would you banish it, or like, is it? What is its
Just
power
kill him.
source?
Swap places with it. Yeah.
Maybe what was it, so we could research it elsewhere, maybe
Yeah.
like
What
before
was it
its
before it got
banishment,
banished? Yeah.
or where's it from? I don't know, something like that.
All right. I need to write these down in real life, otherwise I will forget them. Whoops.
Yeah, like why does it send us specifically back? Like, what does it want us to do? Maybe, what's the power it would use to destroy them, or
I was gonna
whatever?
say it killed one of the gods. What did it do to do that? To
Yeah, like
achieve
what's its
that?
power? Is it like you'll seal it, or who knows? Maybe what is its name, or where is it from before it was banished, which would be a planet, I'm assuming, or a realm. We could look up later. I don't know if Felix, like, more above board. I said I don't care about the other realms because I don't, but I feel like it implies that it might
Yeah. When he
ravage
was
the
like,
Fey
"We're gonna
realm.
kill all tyranny and all the realms," I was like, "Okay, well."
Yeah, like we don't really know. So I don't know if you want to ask something about that. Like, what would it look like when it does this?
What?
Like, I guess that's kind of the second question. Of
How
like,
would it remove
is it
tyranny
gonna be like their
from?
giant heads fall from the sky, or is it like we
Mm.
just kind of forget about them all, or is it like,
Yeah.
I don't know. If that's something you would care about.
It is. It is something I
Okay.
would care about. Melzadek, do we have like a limited number of questions to ask? Sometimes rituals like these have weird rules. Is this one of those instances?
From what I've found, after about 3 questions, the body begins to deteriorate. You can ask more than
Okay,
that,
well.
but
Let's give it a good
It's-
4.
it depends
Ah,
depends on how much you're willing
let's
to take.
pick
can heal
the
me.
best.
Vita.
Let's pick the best 3, and we'll have like a maybe for the 4th one.
Okay, fine.
All right. So yeah, I think. Why did it bring you back? Like, why you specifically? I think if we ask how would it remove tyranny from the realms, I feel like that's a pretty wide question.
Yeah, we want
So
some good answers.
I think if it answers that one, we'll be able to deduce other answers from it.
And I guess an identifying question, either where is it from,
where's
what.
it from?
Probably where's it from, because if we learn about where is it from, we could probably also learn about it, if it was
Yeah.
powerful anyway.
Yeah.
Versus him being like, I am Celtros. And then we're like, okay.
All right, man.
So,
Don't know who that is.
yeah.
Okay. I got the 3.
Take
Fourth
me.
one. Wait, what would it be the 4th one? This is a less important
Oh.
question.
Why do they come back purple?
It's your body
actually.
we'd be deteriorating, Vita. So
I was gonna say, if we deteriorate my body for that question, maybe we shouldn't ask. So it's gotta be a really good one.
These we got a good.
Could be a
Yeah,
good
I got a good
question.
3.
Could be a good question. Who knows?
I don't know. Okay. Melzadek, I think we're ready.
You guys extrapolate from its first 3 answers, and if something is confusing and there's a pertinent 4th one, go for it. You have my permission.
A little deterioration is fine.
Outstick won't let anything happen to me.
Yeah. So I'll say that Malzadek begins setting up this ritual, and I'll say, Some of the components that you all see, or maybe some that you've seen before, but some of them look to be bits and pieces of creatures that are things you've never seen before, of different colors. One of these, pieces that kind of gets smeared across the ground in kind of this semicircle is kind of this. It's this material and this like paste of a color that you've never seen before. Like you're looking at it and you're like, what color is that? And you don't know what it is because you've never seen it before. And it's such an odd feeling.
Someone would think this was fucking awesome.
We knew somebody that would have loved this shit.
And he kind of looks at you and he says, "It is fascinating stuff." And you see just the weirdest
Right,
nerd. And you can see just with his finger almost, he begins carving these runes. Like he's not physically carving it, but he's just letting his finger go across, and these runes begin to carve in the center of this chamber that he is within. I'll say it takes about 10 minutes, and he has you kind of kneel on your kneel like on both of your knees in the middle of this circle, and kind of begins chanting for about 30 seconds, and you notice that he begins chanting in Alkasan. His voice, he is not chanting in common or some other language, but he is chanting in this ancient language.
We now, just in case this was going to happen,
Sure.
it's okay if Mazdak shuts us down. I brought my translate spell in case we encountered Alkasan shit.
Sure.
So could I pop that to understand what he's saying? He would know,
Yeah.
So
Does
you can see it.
Yeah, I would love to see it. Like
Hearing or reading.
Okay, gotcha. Speak the language. Yeah, okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'd say that you go ahead and go to cast it, and I'll say you could do it beforehand. I'll say Malzadek notices, but doesn't do anything about it.
Okay.
He appears to not care too much, but he does notice it, and he kind of glances at you as he continues his
Could be
ritual.
useful info. What's he actually saying?
What he's actually saying is he is essentially chanting to the Dark One. He is kind of, bring him through this vessel. You notice, I'll say, like, it's a lot of very obvious things that you would hear kind of summoning Richer, right? Like, come here, I am, I revere to you, that kind of stuff. Like, very... things you would hear a disciple saying. But I will say one thing that strikes you as odd just hearing it is it says, the Dark One, refuse your inner weaknesses, is something that you hear him say. And it's like, oh, that's weird. I don't know why he said that. But then he just continues to chant along. It's just a weird line that you hear because you can hear
Probably
it.
means nothing.
Yeah, and I'll say...
Single bead of sweat forms on my head.
You're kind of looking down, and you kind of look up for a moment, and he kind of gestures to you to continue to look down. And I'll say all of John and Felix, Vita. I'll say this just to keep it simple from your perspective, right? Because it's easiest from your perspective. You all of a sudden feel like your vision just tunnel visions, as if you were like brought 1,000 feet back, and then all of a sudden in a flash of white you are on the Alkasan Barrier for a moment. And I'll say,
Oh man.
God.
or not for a moment, you just are here for some amount of time. And I'll say, if the ritual continues to go further, I'll say anything different from right now. You just feel like you're in the Alkasan Barrier, so that kind of sucks for a little bit for you. Just because you've been here before. But from your all's perspective, John and Felix, you notice Vita's body, who was kind of like leaning down and looking, it suddenly lurches up, and it's you see that Vita's head just goes unnaturally backwards as its arms kind of shoot out straight beside it. And you can see Vita's mouth is fully wide open. Vita's eyes are completely jet black. And you can see this oil, this black oil begins to just leak out of Vita's mouth, almost gurgling a little bit, almost like a fountain that's just not turned up all the way. It's kind of just gurgling a little bit as this black oil begins to drip over Vita's head, emitting no sound at all. And in fact, I'll change the music for this. Why not? It's a little bit freaky.
The music bot hasn't been working for me, by the way. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I forgot too.
What the heck? Is it working now?
No.
User volume up, not muted.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, nah.
I'll try one more time, and if it doesn't work, I'm not going to worry about it. Can you hear anything now?
Nope.
No.
I'll put on some creepy music. I got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hear anything different?
No. It's not. It doesn't say it's making any noise on my end.
That's weird. I don't know why. It should be working. Anyway, yeah, put on creepy music, basically. You see Vita's, this black oil begin to just flow over Vita, and it's kind of dripping, and you can see kind of in the light is reflecting into it, this black oil. You can see just these ribbons of like kind of these rainbows, like almost like an oil reflection, right, as it's kind of dripping over Vita, as Vita's body suddenly gets entirely turned into this black goo. None of this sound, it's odd, like you don't hear splashing or even gurgling. It's just this silent image that you're looking in front of you that should be making sound. No pain from Vita at all. But then all of a sudden, Vita, now covered in black goo, kind of lurches forward like at an unnatural speed, and is now like its body, Vita's body is still like this, and its head still looking back, but now because his torso is facing down, his head is completely upright, even though his torso is at like a good 45 degrees to the ground, and is looking to you all, just face covered in black goo as it still continues to pour out silently. And you all hear a voice enter your minds. It does not come out of Vita's mouth, but you hear it just emanate from within you. And it's odd. It almost feels like the voice that is emerging is your own thoughts. It almost feels like you are thinking his voice. It's not like telepathy like you've heard before. It's like you are thinking what it wants to say, which is a very unsettling feeling. But he says, you hear, what are your questions?
Whoa.
What do you all say?
Scared me.
Why did you return Zelgradris?
He came to me desperate. That is all it says.
That motherfucker. It's gonna be like this.
So it's like that. Where were you from before you were banished?
He will say, and there is a momentary pause, I'll say. He answered the question, the previous question very quickly. There is a momentary pause, but then he says, I was from where the First Order deities were from.
First Order.
I hate this shit.
The Riddler's in there.
The Riddler. All right. Well.
You know what? In fact, he wouldn't say the First Order deities. What he would say, he said, I was from where the Quaternia was from. That's what he would say. He would say Quaternia.
True. Lore accurate.
Lore accurate. I want him to be lore accurate here. I don't want him to.
Quaternia.
Quaternia is where he's from. See, Vita's body is kind of slightly trembling, as it seems like time is getting.
All right, one more question.
All right.
You could do 4. You could do 4.
What would it look like when you remove tyranny from the realms?
Peace.
Pretty awesome.
He will say, or they will say, no one will ever be banished again.
All right.
And then nothing there. Do a 4-1.
I'll say
Is
Vita's
like decomposing now?
What you see is Vita's hands, which are back. You can see Vita's fingers are slowly just kind of folding backwards more and more to kind of like an unnatural angle.
It's healable.
But I don't wanna. It's, whatever answer the Darkwood gives is not going to be worth whatever happens to Vita.
It's healable.
I don't want to ask another.
What do you do,
I do.
John?
I'll ask one last question.
What is it?
I go, what is your true name?
He will say, I'm really curious about this. He will say,
Steven's petitioning the dark spirit that lives in his mind, where he's getting all the inspiration from the dark.
One
He
is
coded
real
it.
and it lives
He
inside
coded
Steven.
an AI dark one.
he will say,
Wow, what a great question.
or they will say, here are 3 points. They will say, it's a good question. They will say,
Thank God for John.
there's a momentary pause as you ask this question. Vita's arms begin kind of folding back behind himself, like touching each other almost.
Answer
as
it!
his fingers are going. As there's a pause, but he says, I was supposed to be a god. And I'll say, because of that, even without you all answering any more questions, Vita, your body suddenly just slams into the ground, collapses face forward. And I will say, because of that 4th question, you are going to take some bludgeoning damage.
Ayah!
What we learned from this guy is that we can't get a straight answer from him.
That's a fucking high-ass roll. You take 34 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Vita.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, that is the damage that is not rolled
Leave it
to
off.
hit you.
I'll do it.
Yep, you do it. As Vita, your body is slammed into the ground and you begin just coughing blood. You are still covered in this black goo as you just begin coughing. And I'll say, Vita, from your perspective, thankfully, the time dilation didn't seem to affect here. It seems like you actually weren't really in this realm. It was just in your mind. But for the time period, for those 3 questions, you didn't hear anything. So depending on how you feel about it, Dylan, you may have just thought that Vita was just here, and that just sucks. But for a solid, minute, you were here, and then you could feel like your body was beginning to like break from the inside. You could feel like your ribs almost were kind of getting pulled in and starting to like puncture your organs. You could feel like your tendons and your muscles were kind of pulling too hard and getting your bones out of place from their joints. You begin your body beginning to feel like that, but then all of a sudden your vision goes forward and you are now suddenly just covered in black goo. You can just see blackness, but you are just coughing up this black stuff as you just spoke through Vita to the Dark One. as you do that on the ground, Melchizedek says, "Not so bad, right?"
Vito, are you okay?
As long as the questions were good. What did we learn?
The Dark One was
I'm just
supposed to be
laying.
the Dark One was supposed to be a god. It came from the same place the Quaternia did, so it's like a peer. And hold on. In its mind, peace looks
no
like
one will
no one
ever
being
be
banished
banished
again.
Oh,
And it summoned you because
You were desperate.
you came to it you were desperate and asked it to summon you.
and Melchizedek, this was all new info for you too, right? You couldn't have just told us any of that.
Melchizedek kind of looks. He's just covered in this black goo. Melchizedek
Yeah.
looks to you all and says, "I will say, I was not expecting the answer that you wanted to be a god, or they wanted to be a god. But everything else I knew, yes."
You fucker.
You,
Okay. All right.
Melchizedek puts up his hand and says, "You did not ask me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I said I could tell you everything about the Dark One. There's a certain element that you seemed pretty
does
eager
make a good
about the
point.
ritual."
It's on us. It's on us. I did really want to see what would happen. Oh, so okay, it's from Sumia, then.
Yeah.
This
Can
planet.
Yeah. Also, Steven, I would like to get started. Number one, I will have to go to sleep soon.
Yes, yeah. No, we'll end up the
And
session soon.
before we end, I would like to start. I don't want to touch the weird black goo, but I'd like to eventually get Vita cleaned up. I have to assume Melchizedek has like a bath or something in here if he lives here.
Yeah, I'll say if you begin to start cleaning up, Melchizedek kind of waves his hand, and Vita, all of this black goo just suddenly just seeps off of you onto the ground, and you are
Oh, good.
There we
nice and clean.
And
you.
I will. It's gonna do treat wounds, but what I'm doing is giving essentially making Vita something to like what I gave that lady that had the Gatch scar,
Mm-hmm.
giving him like something to chew on to help heal him because it
Mm.
looked like everything in his body was being hurt. So
internal.
it's just
Yeah.
as general of it's something that'll help his body recover faster in general. So it's just accelerating the natural process. I'm
Go
gonna
for
be
it.
doing DC 20 treat wounds. Man.
It treat wounds.
The treats.
All
It's a
right,
success.
there you go.
Thanks.
Got
I
most
felt
of
like
it.
everything was bending and snapping.
Yeah, it did look good.
It kind of looked like you could make a sham science out of that. Physical therapy.
It didn't feel good at all, though.
This therapy is evil.
Evil therapy. Black goo therapy. I'll say we will end the session there so that you all can think of any further questions that you would like to ask Melchizedek. But it seems like you all perhaps have a heading on where to go from here. If you all wanted to continue, or you can stay in the Titan doing other shit. I'm sure there's other things, but that is things to ask
This
Melchizedek
fucking place.
in the next session.